Hello, welcome to ChaoticCalling Streaming. My name is Starwind. I'm about to take some adventures through the lovely world of Elsparia. Joining me tonight, we have Christopher.
I, I, I.
Who is broken. We have Juno.
Good evening.
We have Arthur.
I call this one the confidence booster.
We have Jack.
Now we know how not to piss off Kezia. Good to know.
Yep. And then we have Avra. More ass. And then Vol is just stuffing her face with ass. So, yeah. But before we get into the game, I want to remind everybody we had a week-long event of donations for the Wounded Warrior Project last week, and all donators were able to get lotted into a giveaway. So I'm going to give that away real quick before I forget. This is the lovely page I found. These are the people who donated, myself included. Since the Wounded Warrior Project is giving it away, I put my hat in there too. Yeah. So you don't like that? Too bad. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and pick a random winner by clicking this little start button. Here we go. This is for the Recon Switch case. Going to... Fucking hell, monkey. Jack, you've already gotten the case last time. Well, that's how these giveaways work, folks. Red Jack, I will ask you if you want that. If you don't, I'll take you out of the list. But I'll send him that message on break, and if he answers back, we'll know what to do. Otherwise, that might be something we resolve by Friday, but we'll figure out if he wants it or not. Man, I was so close. Anyway, that's the giveaway. Red Jack wins that. Let's see what's next. Raid Shadow Legends. We are sponsored. We have 13 raiders in the game already. If you haven't signed up for it yet and you have no other way to support the stream, hey, ! Raid in Twitch chat. Click the link. You can play this on PC or mobile. And then once you click the link, you can download the game on either or. And then play through the tutorial. If it's not your cup of tea, that's fine. I understand. Not every game is good. But if you like it and you want to continue playing it, we do have a guild or a clan you can join as soon as you get into the game. You can join our clan and look for ChaoticCalling or 888C because their taglines are silly. Yeah, so check it out. 7 more raiders and we get new books next month. After that, Friday, well, no, I can wait on this, but the one thing I do want to talk about is our drinking stream goal for 100 subs before my birthday, which is December 27th. There you go, you have it. And if we reach that goal by then, we will do a New Year's Eve drinking stream. So if you want to be a part of that, make it happen. We get to 100 subs. Otherwise, we'll cut off at the same time we always do. Alright, my friends, let's get into the game, shall we? I think that's all my announcements, and I'll probably have more later, but the rest can wait till later. So, nighttime shenanigans? Question mark to you.
I don't
I think
remember
that
if there was any going on.
Well, no, I think we were available to do nighttime shenanigans if we choose to. Otherwise, if you take a long rest, we can just go into the next day. Go ahead.
I mean, unfortunately, like the last thing I recall is that in the end, a passed out Arthur was taken upstairs. Vol and Juno went out for a nightly stroll.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're not going to be able to.
Oh yeah, that's right. Jack. I think Jack brought Avra to bed as well at some point.
That was Shella.
Yeah, but Jack followed.
Jack followed.
Okay, yeah, that was the missing piece.
Everybody got their fill of ass.
Yes, I guess there could be shenanigans on the streets.
Yeah, problem is if Vol is with you, I don't know what the conversation... Because I know you two have an important conversation to have. So, I kind of want to let her be a part of that when it happens. So,
Well, I think
You
it
know
was
what?
just gonna be like a quiet stroll, anyways. And I was
right?
just gonna accompany her because buddy system.
Exactly. Oh yeah, she was the one that was wanting there, right? So yeah, for the better part of the night, she kind of like goes off, and you follow and keep track of her and keep tabs. Depending upon how far along we get before she gets here, like if we're too far from the scene, then we just kind of like skip it. But we can flash back to this later on if we want to just keep things going, and then when she gets here, we can have that important moment. If it's important. If she says it's not important, then we won't flash
I'd
back.
imagine we'll have the talk at some point in time, anyways, whether it be
Mhm.
on the stroll or as a group. So
Yeah. So, yeah. Once she gets back, and if she wanted to have a conversation, I'll let you two do that, and then we'll come back to whatever we're doing. So, everybody's going to bed afterwards, or is there any other nighttime events we want to try to play out, see what's going on? Definitely shuffling the idea of what everybody's doing other than you guys.
That's like if the. That's like I'm assuming that the placement of all these tokens isn't 100% accurate. So
Probably not.
um,
Mostly accurate. Yeah, mostly. As in, you guys are the ones that are mostly inaccurate.
to you know what, I'll go ahead and open up a conversation, I guess, with oh god, with Dorian of all people.
What's up, boss? You take care of that wand for me, all right?
But I can assure you that I won't be losing track of this anytime soon.
Perfect, perfect. I can't wait to use her again.
So I wanted to pick your brain a bit about a particular business proposal.
Oh, pick my brain. That might be a little difficult, but I do love business. What's on your mind, boss?
Well, I was just thinking, especially after visiting that theater earlier this day.
Mm-hmm.
So a thought occurred to me. Wouldn't it be nice if I could be like, say, and just like thinks on it for a moment. How do you think opening an academy would work out?
A learning facility, boss?
So yes, that is what an academy is.
Gross. But what? Well, okay. Oh no! Wait! There's an ideal here. Yeah. Hold on, boss. I'm with you. I'm with you so far. Because we could charge tuition. We'll need property though. We'll need. Yeah, he's just kind of like going into the whole, how do we get this off the ground state. So he's like saying, but where can we start it at? Parenthesis, more likely, right? Oh, we know a lot of connections there, right, boss?
Well, frankly, it wouldn't be out of the question once we've dealt with Lillian. We could simply convert the mansion into the school itself.
Perhaps. I mean, is it?
It is certainly a large part of land, and by all accounts, whether Lillian likes it or not, I'm legally it's shit. Why am I suddenly blanking on this word? It's just like I am legally
On her
owed the
will?
property if something should happen to her.
Be a damn shame if something happened to her, huh? My own son killed me. Forfeit the property to charity instead. No, you did not read that in the insurance clause, did you? Remember, insurance agency. Anyway, back to this. I mean, boss, that's all good and well, but what are you going to do with an academy? Like, I get it, we could scam on the tuition fees, but what are they going to learn?
It would simply be an academy for higher learning that is a bit more open.
Open learning.
It just felt to me that, as we've discussed or conversed with other mages, that there was a very large stigma against, frankly, anyone who isn't a wizard or someone more focused on learning in that regard. It's like you'll probably recall all of the reactions, in fact, even just earlier today, regarding the source of my powers.
Well, I
Not
mean,
the fact that it was to Illumina, just that they weren't through hard-earned education.
who's
Air
this
quotes.
Illumina you speak of? No, he tries to act it off. Uh, boss, I don't know, man. Like, this seems like a big undertaking, especially something that big. Like, I don't know. Are you wanting to start like a what do they call that? Preschool or something first? Maybe get your feet wet before you start teaching something more complicated, or you plan on hiring?
I wouldn't be the one doing the teaching.
Right? Okay.
Just simply, it wouldn't be particularly difficult to come across capable professors to teach the courses necessary. In fact, we've met a fair number along the way, haven't we?
I wonder if Kaldak would be interested in being a professor. Anyway.
Sorry, who?
Some pit fiend I know. Don't worry about it.
Well, frankly, even though it might be a bit unorthodox, I'm certain that with the appropriate agreement, we probably could get a few exceptionally talented fiends and other sorts of devils to take on positions as professors. After all, we can't be too picky, especially if they're capable.
No. Yeah.
But essentially, it would simply be a school that would be willing to teach a number of different individuals for their own good. It's like it could even teach other warlocks or maybe even artificers. They don't have to go about an apprenticeship just to learn their basics.
Dear Lord, yeah, so in a way, you're trying to adopt all my NPCs to one place. I like it. I don't know, boss. This thing seems pretty big, but what did you need to pick my brain about? You just want to know how I feel about it, or what?
So, well, I do have acquired a certain amount of business sense, but I figured that you might also have some experiences as well before us having met. I was just seeing if it sounded like a fair business proposal. Something that could be worked toward.
Perhaps. What I'm thinking, though, what's on the top of my priority list is, you see how many doors that theater had? Can you imagine how many pranks I could pull?
Well, don't get me wrong. Before I do take this undertaking, I do still fully intend to graduate from an academy myself. After all,
we're gonna have so much fun, boss.
After I do believe it would be irresponsible to be the head of an academy but never having attended one themselves. That would be entirely illogical, don't you think?
Yeah. Get the inside scoop, see how things work from the inside, and also have that experience under your belt. Makes sense to me, boss.
So it will take some time, but I'm certain that with the appropriate funds and the appropriate time, we could probably set it up within, just thinking on it for a moment, within the next 5 to 7 years, perhaps?
Perhaps. Well, I'll tell you what, boss. One thing I'm going to need a lot of buckets.
Buckets?
Yes, give me buckets and I'm on board.
And what do you plan to do with these buckets?
I told you, boss, there are so many doors in that place. I cannot wait to be placing all these pranks. I'm going to fill them with water. I'm going to fill them with chalk dust. I'm going to fill them with all kinds of stuff. Even some dead bugs and other good stuff. It's going to be fun, boss. I'm going to have so much fun if you go to this school.
Well, at least you're excited about one aspect.
Entirely, boss. Well, that's all good and well, boss, but what are we doing next anyway? Do you know?
That is a fair question, isn't it?
Yeah, we scheduled to go back to that cove place, or
I'm sorry, repeat that, Star. That place?
oh yeah, he's being shorthanded on
Oh,
everything.
the cove. The
Yeah,
Jillian
Jillian.
Cove, right?
Yeah, he's talking about Jillian.
But I suppose that wouldn't be the worst idea. After all, we haven't really checked in on the ones that we sent there. Hopefully they've adjusted well, but I suppose apart from that, the only other business I can really think of is that, well, apart from the fact that Lillian is still missing in action, there is the matter of Arthur's, thinks on the word, grudges?
Well, at least that Shella's no longer chasing him. Hey, boss, what do you think
That
of the...
certainly makes things a little easier.
Yeah, what do you think of the new chick?
She seems to be very energetic.
Malibu, right? Oh yeah, energetic, that's a good one too.
Although you're not precisely wrong either, she does seem particularly impressionable.
Can't wait, boss.
So
Oh, the
we most
things
certainly
we're
need to make
going
sure
to
she
do
doesn't
together.
meet with that performer.
Yeah, unless you have anything else to say to Dorian.
So, well, they've certainly been walking for quite some time, but I suppose so long as Kronk is there, I'm not particularly concerned for Vo's safety.
Meanwhile, a beholder battle takes place and they're 2.5 miles away from the shop. Anyway, yeah, boss.
What Boris is doing right now?
Who? Boris? He is drinking with his mates. There's currently a half orc over there that's kind of like entertaining the table. Seems like he's trying to be impressionable on the redhead. Like he's trying to look good. You can constantly see that guy looking at her all the time. But Boris just listening to the music, bobbing his head, having drinks with his mates.
Christopher will, just like across the room, he'll just like send a message to Boris like, "Oh, good evening. Apologies, I didn't notice you were there."
Didn't see you there either. Oh, you drinking? I can get us both a drink if you're interested.
So I would be delighted.
Great. Ale work for you, or you need something else?
Whatever you recommend.
I mean, I'm just keeping it cheap because, we're going to be heading out tomorrow and don't want to get too heavy, but I'll go get a smell. And he'll walk off, grab a couple ales. Ram? No, I don't. No. No, you rammed a couple other strangers. Don't worry. This is somebody totally different. He comes back with a flask of ale for you, and him takes a seat right next to you. Yeah, we're gonna be shoving off tomorrow, and Captain's really excited. We were able to find a trader to load up the ship and get it all set up for tomorrow's sales. You guys heading back or no?
So, well, for all the convenience, it does appear that we've finished all of our business here, at least for the time being.
That's great. I mean, it sounded like you had a lot on your plate. I'm glad to hear it's been taken care of.
It's just simply weird how all of it just simply coincided into a single 48-hour period.
Wow, that's awesome. Well, I mean, it's a miracle, I guess, then, huh? Praise to the gods. Levianthium be praised.
Yes, let's be thankful that we didn't have to.
Be thankful that Jack didn't pick
That's
that
with
one.
Livy at the end of past hours.
Yeah,
Just
right?
like that last part's being kind of like muttered under his breath.
Oh, you would love what I had planned for that one. Can you just imagine this small island getting hit by a tidal wave, Jack, and it being all your fault?
I wouldn't suppose that you wouldn't need an escort for your return trip, or do you think the waters will be safe?
Oh, I mean, boss is over there. I can go ask her if you want.
So if it wouldn't be trouble.
Not at all. No, no. I'll go check with her real quick. She probably needs somebody to block this boy anyway. And just as his half-orc just kind of like leans in, tries to get a closer essence check, I guess you could say, on the pirate queen or whatever. Oh, ma'am, you can hear him kind of like chiming in and asking her if, and then you can see her clearly ignoring the half-orc. It's like, oh, really? Well, yes, we could definitely use some more hand. I'm sorry, work's calling. We'll have to talk more about this later. Thank you very much. Boris, follow me. Let's see if we can talk this over, shall we? And you can clearly see a word of thank you, kind of like whispered to Boris. As she comes over to the table just to kind of like double check with you. Oh, and she takes a seat and slumps in. It's like, so your group wants to come back with us?
So, well, it just seemed like perfectly logical, all things considered. We just so happened to finish our business not a few hours ago.
I would be more than happy to. We did get another shipment. Be damn shame of them pirates. And she kind of like looks around to see if anybody's listening. Would play any tricks on us on the seas, so having some helpful people like yourselves would be useful.
Yes, I've seen a certain number of ships over the past week, all things considered.
We've been very lucky on our travels. It's... Let's see if we can't keep that up. Leviathan be praised. Well, Boris, thank you kindly. I'm gonna go ahead and get some rest. Otherwise, I'll have to deal with that. And kind of like points over to the half-orc, who's just kind of like waving. She rolls her eyes.
I can see that you're quite popular.
I mean, it's okay sometimes, but not with that guy.
Yes, we all have our particular tastes, and some of them times they don't match with who comes about.
Hey, boss. If you hand me the wands of fire, I'll light them up.
So, Dorian, we are not starting a fire in this.
Oh, come on, bot. Okay, you're right. Practice patience. It'll pay off. I swear it will. She kind of like looks over to the imp. Well,
So, look, if you want to relieve some stress, you can quietly sting him in the bum or something.
Roger. And he goes invisible. Wait, where did he go?
Oh, just don't worry about it. He's taking care of a different issue. I don't believe you have to worry about him in a few moments.
Unseen attacker. Bam! I hit. What do I win? Yeah. This guy just plops over and foaming at the mouth. Looks like he's about to die. Dorian patiently flies away. Are you okay? What happened? This guy coming over here. Oh man, it looks like he had too much to drink. And then you hear a soft little problem solved, boss. Wait, did your little friend do...
Don't worry. As Christopher's just going to use a single use of a healing light to keep him from dying, but not enough to wake him up.
Right. Well then, I'm looking forward to the voyage. I'll get some shut-eye and make sure we set off proper. And
Yes,
she'll
of course.
dismiss.
Until tomorrow morning, then.
Aye. We'll be waiting for you at the docks. And she'll make her way out. Well, I
Your
got a
boss
few more.
does seem to have a lot on her plate.
Well, you know, she's the captain for a reason.
Well, both professionally and personally, I'm not going to lie. She's a bit. Oh, what's the word? I no, I believe that my. And stops for a moment. Lillian would have used the word femme fatale.
That's like, deadly women, right?
So yes, that's precisely right.
Hey, how about that? Yeah, you know, she is kind of cutthroat. Takes a big old gulp of his ale.
Yes, and some men can be a bit drawn to that, and that could be a bit of a problem for their survivability.
Yeah, I could see a lot of people being attracted to her. Like moth to a flame, huh?
Well, at any rate, it's not particularly my own cup of tea, but
Well, maybe we'll see some more unicorns tomorrow. What do you think?
well, now that I've seen it once, it's certainly not outside the realm of possibilities.
And Juno's the only one that still hasn't seen him yet with that low perception. Well, I'm about to catch me some shut-eye. This here ale should cover me until the morning.
Well, I should hope to see you bright, energetic, and ready bright and early, no?
Oh, yeah. Well, thanks for the chit-chat, and thanks for saving my boss. But, yeah, been working really hard.
I know what it's like to get unwanted attention.
Flashback to Rissa and Scarlet, and yeah. And, yeah, he'll finish his drink, nod at you smiling, and head up. You can definitely tell, like, he's really tired. Looks like he's been working all day. Must have been loading stuff or something like that. But unless there's anything else you wish to talk to him, he does take his leave.
So, oh, before I forget,
Yeah?
it's like, I know we'll be seeing each other for the next few days, but Christopher is going to pull out the Journal of Javal and hand it to him.
Oh. Wow. This... You gonna let me read this? I mean, it looks very expensive looking.
Well, consider it as just simply borrowing it.
Well, yeah, I'll make
I
sure to
should
give
have-
it back to you. Yeah.
Well, consider that a promise then.
Oh, most definitely. Well,
After all, it would be such a shame to not see you again after all this business is said and done.
I feel like, and he flips through his, like he pulls out this book and the Oceanic Survival Guide. Well, here, you can read this then.
Oh?
Yeah,
What's this?
Oceanic Survival Guide. It's about surviving on the ocean. To be honest, it's more of a sleeper than anything. I'm trying to think. Did you guys already have this though?
No, that would have been
That was Sunday, wasn't it?
Friday,
Friday and Sunday,
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this
This
book
is
is
literally like this campaign's been going on for like year and a half, like, and this is the only one that hasn't encountered this guide.
Yeah, now you got it. So there you go. And then he'll hand that off to you. He takes the book that you offered him, offers you a nice nod and a smile, and starts to make his way up to his room that he's been promised. Meanwhile, this guy just leaves the other guy on the ground. Says, you know what? Not my problem. And eventually, Full and Juno will return. I don't know if Juno wants to talk to you before he goes to bed, but you're more than welcome to do so, Juno. And like I said, we can flashback if she has a conversation piece with you. Unless, of course, the beholder actually kills you too, then that's going to change everything.
Yeah, they just wake up the next morning. It's just like hearing news of a beholder attack. It's like,
There's a
why on
news.
earth did we not know about this?
He was very quiet. But no, Juno, did you have anything?
Somehow a floating tentacle monster does not sound like a quiet event.
All right, back to canon though. We'll say it didn't happen. Maybe. But yeah, unless Juno has anything to say to Christopher, we will go into a long rest. But yeah, you're welcome to do so.
Nothing in particular tonight.
Vice versa. Anything from Christopher to Juno?
Oh, how was your walk?
It was a lovely, quiet walk.
But I suppose it's nice to have a peaceful night for once, all things considered. I mean, not that the ship travel wasn't in and of itself peaceful, although there was a lot more rocking than I'm used to.
You don't like it when your bed rocks all night?
It's not entirely pleasant, but that's not what you meant.
I find it very soothing.
Of course
Right.
You do. Of course you do,
Yes.
Juno.
I suppose. And then thinks on it for a moment. How precisely does? I know that, well, amongst creatures such as myself, it's customary to rock your children to sleep, but does that happen for tortoises as well?
If they get unruly, we just put them on their backs.
And
Talk about a timeout, huh?
that's it? That doesn't sound particularly soothing.
It calms them down quite quickly, usually.
And why precisely is that? Is it because of the rocking?
I think so.
So, well, I suppose that's one way of going about it. Normally, when a child of my sort is rocked, it's either by the parent or caretaker themselves, or perhaps a crib.
That seems like a lot more work.
Where we don't precisely have, as he just points to his own back, a carapace to work with.
If you had different posture, it might work.
Well, wait, are we supposed to just sit on our ass or something? Or are you just gonna like catching this conversation?
I know, I believe he's might be referring to, you know how some persons, especially of a particular age, they start to curl downward as they walk and sit and whatnot.
Aha.
So I believe Juno might be referring to the ultimate result of maintaining that posture for long periods of time.
Aha.
It would have its advantages.
Yes, but it's also particularly awful for your spine. Well, at least our spines. It seems that with your shell, you're in constantly the appropriate posture for yourself.
As long as you don't have too bumpy of a shell.
Oh, so that could possibly happen with a shell? I just always figured that they were smooth all throughout. Apologies, I don't meet that many turtles.
If you have turtle pox as a kid, they can be very bumpy.
Excuse me, turtle pox?
It's like chicken pox, but for turtles.
And the bumps appear on your shell. Do they go away? How does that work?
Oh, you quit scratching them.
They get between the shell plates and they get bigger and they never go away.
Oh, so then it's particularly hazardous for your people then.
It's not usually deathly, but some kids can be made fun of for it.
Oh. Well, I suppose that couldn't particularly relate to such, what did they call? I believe it's called playground tactics. After all, I didn't really get to live much of a social life growing up. Well, apart from just thinking on it for a moment, scheduled play dates.
Social life is the one thing you actually had. It's just that it is different.
The best fun is almost never scheduled.
He had a lame childhood, boss.
Oh, like yours was much better. Wait, I know I've already asked this before. Are you positive you don't remember much from previous lives?
I mean, I'm pretty sure I had a lot of fun as a kid because I can't wait to play those pranks, boss. Would be reliving my good old days is what I feel like.
Right. And looking back to Juno.
Juno's gonna take a silver coin out of his backpack and he's gonna put it on the table and like flick and spin it so it spins around the table.
Uh-huh.
Now, before it stops, flick it so it keeps spinning.
Dexterity.
Just looks at the coin curiously and I guess he'll try flicking it.
It hits the ground or hits the table.
Oh, blast.
Try
Don't worry.
again. This time, steady your hand.
Very well then. Guess he'll make a second attempt.
Yeah, I guess so.
With
Oh, there you
advantage.
I mean, 17's pretty good. Yeah, see if you get a natural
I don't
20.
think it'll
I'll
get
give it
much
to you.
better. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll take the 17.
Yeah, so flick, and this thing seems to spin for a good 20, 25 seconds, somewhere around there. And then it starts to rattle down. And then Juno manages to keep it going for another 10, 15 seconds. Starts to rattle down again.
It's just like as they're doing this, is this a sort of game?
Yes, we could trade candy if we had some.
And then the coin lands on its back.
Oh, so like childhood gambling? Just
Teach them while they're young,
I
boss.
guess
That's what I
so.
always heard.
Oh, sorry, repeat, Juno?
It's kind of like gambling, I guess.
First hopscotch and now this. It appears that I've missed out on a fair number of games.
There is much more to this game, too, but
Oh, crud, I dropped my quarter.
Would you perhaps be willing to teach me more of these games? I just feel like I've missed out on so much.
As long as we don't just schedule it.
Oh yes, well, let it be spontaneous then. Spur of the moment?
Skrunk's gonna spin the coin, and then he's gonna catch it between his thumbs, and he's gonna catapult it towards Chris's face.
Oh my god, dexterity. Do a dex check, not a save. See if you got good practice, Juno.
Gets plopped in the middle of his forehead.
I was gonna ask who's supposed to do that dex check, me or Christopher?
I was thinking he did, but that works too. I'll go either way.
Okay.
I don't care. I don't care. Juno's the one that knows the game, right?
And that is how you get 2 points.
Oh, this game looks
Starts rubbing his
deadly as
forehead.
hell. I love it.
It appears that children are living quite dangerous lives. As he's just rubbing his forehead.
Like I said, boss, you ain't been a child at all, have you? Your childhood sucked. Danger's like half of it, right?
Was I supposed to make one of these?
No. You were just supposed to roll dex because you were messing with a coin. But it's alright. We already resolved it. But, yeah.
And well, at any rate, I suppose I should at least inform one of you. Since our business is more or less concluded here, it by just coincidence, it appears that the Foxfire is making their departure tomorrow, and I figured we might hitch a ride with them, just to keep their ship safe from the Tazareth.
I think that would be just fine.
So I suppose I wish I could tell the others, but they've already gone to bed. But we'll just make sure to make that morning's light.
And with that, like, you can keep going. I don't mind. But I know there's, like, other people who are actually here that could be role-playing right now, but...
Oh, no, honestly,
yeah.
I was helping to, like, maybe stall for Vol in case she would suddenly show up. But...
Absolutely, yeah. But I'm just going to go ahead and let you know.
But I've literally exhausted all avenues, so, like, at this point, or will make his way to bed.
Fine by me there, yeah. But still, I feel like that was all relevant, too, so don't feel like you wasted any time. I just wanted to point out that you can take the long rest unless you had something else you wanted to discuss.
No, we could say just off table or whatever that Juno and Christopher played a game for a while before going to bed, but
yeah, absolutely, yeah. Still learning. Christopher got pelted a couple times, and then, you know, whether it's because of concussions or the hour, he decided it was time to probably lay down now. But with that, the two of you head off to bed, along with the rest of your allies who have taken residence here for the night. And the next morning arrives peacefully for the most, except for Arthur. Arthur, I just need a Constitution saving throw.
How hungover are we going to be this morning?
Oh no, that's not your problem. It's your nightmares that are the problem. Yeah, you try to escape reality. Reality finds a way. 11, like, I feel like it's just a standard nightmare, right? Like, you're forced to sleep, though, but you keep living this nightmare, and it wears you out mentally. But I'm not going to give you any exhaustion for that. Like, if you rolled, like, an 8 or something like that, I would say you wake up with exhaustion. But... yeah, that's sufficient enough to kind of like power through your nightmares for this time around. As you continue to dream about your former wife who had passed away, who is now haunting you. and haunting your dreams as she tried to do all night. Kind of find yourself waking up in the early morning, probably before everybody else, but long enough to get a long rest, right? And you find yourself covered in sweat, even though the room itself is cool. You reek of ale.
Yeah. Well, whiskey, but...
Or yeah, whatever you were drinking.
And not taking the hangover too well.
Hmm. I mean, if you would have rolled that, you'd been up shit creek, buddy. But I've already asked for my roll.
Yeah.
And if you have that headache, that's on you. So yeah. And then the reoccurring nightmares. But, you know, as soon as you wake up, you know how it goes. Like, you forget exactly what it was. But you just know the subject. And maybe that's enough, too, to think about it.
As he's just gonna slowly roll out of bed, hit the ground.
Hopefully
kinda
with your
cover his
feet.
head. Nah,
Hopefully you're on your feet.
nah, he's
What?
gonna hit the ground.
What form are you right now?
Well, he got conked out as Arthur, so he is probably still as Arthur.
Alright, fair enough. The rest of you as well all start to wake up eventually. And the morning is all yours to do as you please. Avra, you can wake up now. What?
As Christopher is at the earliest is making sure to wake up fairly early, he'll turn to Dorian. Dorian, would you mind waking up the others and informing them of our plans?
I mean, sure, boss. I'm on it. Oh, Jack. I think you'll be my first victim.
Oh no.
Flies into Jack's room. And invisible. He's on top of your chest and he starts shaking you awake. Hey, wake up. Boss got some news for you. We got work. We're gonna go back to Jillian Cove. Same boat.
Of course she decided this without the group. It's not
Well,
like
if you guys
can
would have stayed
fucking-
up, we would have added you into the quarry, but apparently it was a spontaneous... Hey, you know what? My boss is actually learning that new word, spontaneous, by the way. It was a spontaneous offer, and we figured we were headed back anyway, so get your ass up. Time to go.
We can just fucking teleport. Fine, I'll yell at him later. Get out of my face.
He's already gone. He was never there to begin with. Invisibly.
And
he
then
leaves.
And then I'll start doing some infusion stuff.
Fair enough. Next, he'll go wake up Arthur, but Arthur's already awake. And you hear
As he is-
Dorian's... Yeah, go ahead.
As he just kind of stumbles out of his room, still holding his head.
Oh, damn it, Arthur. I didn't see you there. And you run into something invisible who flies back. Yeah, boss has got us a job. We're going to head back to Jillian Cove with the crew that we came in with.
Yeah. Oh, please, quiet. I can hear.
Yeah. Don't worry about it. I'll be really quiet for you, buddy. Now, where's that new person that we got to... He starts flying away to look for Shella and Avra.
I'm going to fucking murder him later. As he's going to make his way to the stairs, and then...
He says
Oh,
that
that's-
now, but wait till I get some art of him. No, I'm just kidding. He's gonna have a bow tie and a top hat and everything. He's gonna look fucking slick as fuck. Anyway.
Spanch.
Yeah.
And... Okay, downstairs.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden, Dorian flies into the room where Avra's at. And then he's kind of like, where to begin?
He's
He
already
starts-
awake.
Yeah, well, this invisible force starts tugging on your antlers. Hey, you!
She kind of thrashes her antlers around.
Whoa, this is fun. Yeah, that's not gonna do much, hon. But anyway, I just want to let you know that the boss man
He
said that
rams
it's
the
time.
door.
That's hilarious. You act like I'm stupid enough to put myself between your head and the door. I'm just literally hanging on to here like a loose rope. Anyway, I can let
Shella,
go.
what's this thing talking to
Oh, that's Dorian. That's Christopher's familiar. Hey, Shella, I heard you're cured. High five. Where are you at? And then you see the imp kind of like reveal himself. Anyway, I know it's new to you, kind of pointing to you, Eva, but the boss got us a job. We're gonna head to Jillian Cove. You okay with that?
Sure.
Okay, good. They're waiting downstairs. I gotta go wake up Vol now.
Okay. Bye.
Bye. I hope your head didn't hurt.
She tries to shut the door to where it like hits him in the butt.
Well, he'll make a dex save. Roll a dex save. I'll roll for him real quick. I can get to it real quick, I think. Hey, cut that out! You get his tail stuck in the door, and he's like angry at you now. That hurt. Oh God! You know what? You and me, we're gonna have all kinds of fun when we head up there. And then he goes invisible and flies away.
I suppose we need to go downstairs, Shella?
Oh, yeah, I guess so. Yeah, let's go see what's going on. And then you and
She
Shella.
starts. Yep, starts downstairs.
And with that, most of your party is gathered as eventually Vol herself coming down with her beef jerky and Dorian on her shoulder. Morning,
Good
everybody. Yeah, hi.
Apologies for the rude awakening.
Wasn't that rude, was it?
Oh, my awakening wasn't getting more ruder.
Aw, you guys say the nicest things. I'm so happy.
I'm still gonna fucking murder you.
Aw, so cute. Look at them. They're cute when they try to wake up in the morning.
But at any rate, I'm not sure how much you've been informed, but I spoke with Boris last night. It appears that the Foxfire is making its return to Jillian Cove, and it was offered that we might escort them back as well as we did here.
So you decided that on your own then, and not wait to let them know in the morning what we as a group decide to do. Considering we can just fucking teleport to Jillian Cove.
No need to be rude, Jack.
Well, I understand that it's a bit more inconvenient by comparison, but well, so I just wanted to make sure that the ship arrived safely back to Jillian Cove.
Well, they can hire someone to do it. What's being inconvenienced is did you send a Dorian to wake us up?
It was time to wake up. You got a problem with that, bub?
Don't send him to wake me up. We can wake up on our own. Okay?
So, duly noted, I suppose.
Said, hey, Dorian.
Yeah. So, are we getting paid for this forced job?
Yes, we'll be compensated. It is in fact a job.
Hey, boss, real quick. And he's whispering to Christopher, and to you, Christopher, he's whispering, you know, we could just tell him the redhead was really interested in his help, you know, that'll get him on board, right? And then he kind of like looks at you, he's like, what do you think? I mean, I'm sure we could go tell her no if we don't want to do it, but I'm sure what's her name's going to be really disappointed. What was her name? Newbie? Nomosa? Nobuki?
So, how much are we getting paid for this job?
The above table, I imagine it would have been a similar offer to last
Yeah.
time.
I would say similar, yeah.
Yeah, because we glossed over those.
Yeah, we usually do.
In our conversation last night, it was more or less the same. Equal risk, equal compensation.
If only there was a no risk way of getting ourselves to where we need to be or just avoid. I mean, we don't need to go to Jillian Cove, right? I mean, we'll probably have stuff to do in Shandora. I want to check them, see if they have my gold ready.
Well, how? I need to talk to someone, actually several someones, and
So,
And sorry.
well, I just figured that, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world just to make sure that the captain and Boris make their safe return, no? um, I mean, I suppose we could just inform the captain that you weren't interested in traveling with her. I'm sure she'll understand.
I'm sure you'll understand if we should have a group discussion next time, or now on what the group wants to do.
So, well,
Go
it
sailing
could have
on
been a broader
waters,
discussion last night,
risk
but
sea storm, risk Azrith sinking us, or just get to Jillian Cove.
Are you scared of Tazrath?
Of course, I'm not scared of Tazrith. They're scared of me, hence the bounty. I just prefer to skip any bullshittery if possible, and if we're gonna be taking a job like escorting a ship that requires multiple days, perhaps the whole group should be made aware before a job is accepted. I mean, if I did that, y'all would get on my case about it. Right?
well, I would have consulted everyone if everyone had not immediately drunken themselves to sleep. And quite frankly, they were planning on leaving around dawn's light.
And around dawn's light, we could have walked on by and said, "Hey, do y'all need a escort?" We could have met up with them before they left and talked then. I mean, if dawn's light is so important, then why the hell are we still in the tavern?
And yes, they are behind
That
you
is an
now.
excellent question, Jack. Why are we still in the tavern?
I don't know. You told everyone to sit in here.
Oh, there you guys are. You hear Boris as he kind of like sees you all at the same table. The captain just got up. We're heading out to the ship. You guys doing all right?
Oh, we're just discussing as a group, as we should, on whether or not we should take the job or not.
And the red-headed captain comes over and asks, "You were going to take the job, weren't you?"
Christopher decided to decide that all on his own. I mean, I was going to suggest to the group that we just teleport home.
If that's what you want to do, it would have been nice to have you guys along. You did a good job last time, and I thought I could spread the word of how good you guys are at your job. But if you're not interested in any further work...
Okay.
Fair enough. Come on, Boris. We'll just have to keep the extra watches. Aww. Oh, real quick, hold on. Did you want your book back?
Said, no, you can keep it for now.
Oh,
Once again, just consider it a promise that we'll meet up again sometime.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, I'll do that. And then that crew kind of like starts heading out.
I don't think I've ever been to Julian Cove, Shella.
Oh, they got a restaurant with seafood and delicious cuisines and
Do they got wine? Like,
oh, absolutely. They even have a casino where people get killed and shot every day.
she kind of looks.
She
I-
blinks matter-of-factly at you.
Don't think that's 100% true.
Yeah, Evra, don't listen to Sheila. She's an idiot.
But Jack, you almost died. Twice.
Yeah, to enemies in battle and to Cassia, but that doesn't really count. But
Why was you so hurt, Jack?
when? Well, yesterday?
Yeah.
'Cause to remove the curse on Sheila, one of us had to cause chaos enough to have it be removed, and just a kind of a slow look over at everyone else. I don't think they would have been able to be chaotic enough, especially not those two. Just points to Christopher and Juno, because they're too goody two shoes to actually be like, hey, let's blaspheme. If we're being honest.
You,
That
you
was,
see her kind of get closer to you. Oh, details? Yeah.
She may still worship Minerva yet.
I might have decided that I was going to do it in magic school, but they have a teleportation circle there. So one of the options was do it at the temple and not Levalinthia, whatever sea person god name. There's the Iron Forge or whatever the hell. They don't seem calm and mellow enough, and Cassia is, and she is sort of my patron goddess, and I'm not a religious man, but I did pray to her the other night, and well, I might as well have jumped in the ocean or something for all it counted for. I mean, what I did worked, but Cassia got mad, and I will, I guess, forever be a message and warning to all others. Don't do what I did, because Cassia will hit you with lightning.
Your
And-
ears kind of flicker, and she says, "What exactly did you do?"
Jack's
He-
gonna look to the group.
He
Go ahead, Juno. Oh no, did we
he
lose you?
did
Oh, there
he
you go.
did exactly as we talked about as a group to do.
Yes. Yeah, but that only affected me, now didn't it? And it helped out. Shit. God damn it. Okay, I guess we're taking the job then, aren't we? Shit.
I mean, I could start drawing if you want.
Fine. I'll take the stupid boat ride.
Do I see the redheaded lady?
She already left.
Damn it!
Yeah,
I was
she
gonna say
would-
pretty lady.
Should have done that
All
earlier.
right, how about this? Okay, and you want a boat ride does mean less time.
Alright.
Fine, fuck it. All right, Christopher, we're going. All right, you're all happy. We want to do boat ride, get paid, and blah blah blah.
Abra hugs Jack again.
Goddamn.
Well, if we're going
gonna
to be touching the boat, then I suggest you grab your things.
All right, and Jack's just gonna very lightly pat Avra on the head, and then just picks her up if he can.
Yeah.
All right, let's make sure this one doesn't run off.
Wait, what? I'm sure there's better ways to do that, ain't there, boss? Jack, you do realize she has legs, right? Go ahead,
Okay,
Christopher. Sorry.
Don, gotta run, right?
No, boss, no, anything but that.
I have it under control. I swear.
Yeah, but I don't want to be anywhere near it. Oh, it burns. It's in my eye.
What is he doing to Dorian?
At least it doesn't burn as much as it used to. Don't complain.
So you want to describe what's happening to Avra?
Yeah, so it just like for the briefest of moments, like it looks like maybe for a little for a brief moment, like a light kind of like goes around Christopher and looks like it's about to literally explode and blind you, but but it contains itself a little bit, and he's able to wave his hands over as he gives Avra, Avra, Juno, Arthur, Vol when she gets here, and Dorian. Star, because
Yes,
this
sir.
because this is the first time we're coming around to this with an odd number. Temporary hit points, round up or down.
There's no rounding. It's just temporary hit points. What's the number?
The problem is that the number of temporary hit points I give to other people is half my warlock level plus
Then
my
it's
charisma.
Round
So
it down.
11 divided by 2.
So it'd be 5.
All right, I just needed to know if I was still giving 10 out to people or if we round up to 11. Noted.
Yeah, it would still be rounded down for that.
Yeah, so those individuals get 10 temporary hit points.
All right. Oh, damn it, boss. I told you I didn't want this. Yeah, it
Was
burns,
so
itches,
bright.
it scratches. Oh my god, my skin.
Come now, Dora. You know it keeps you safe. You can't deny that.
Yeah, but it's blasphemy in its own right, boss. I just don't feel right.
Look, I'm sure you'll find something to murder along the way to counteract it. No?
Juno's going to try to make an ointment for Dorian.
Sure, yeah, make a medicine check. Or survival, whatever you want to use to make medicine with.
Devil's ointment.
Yeah. Be able to withstand radiant damage.
Oh,
or
dear.
radiant wounds. Dang. Yeah, you managed to make a radiant rash remover. For the next 24 hours of application, I'll say Dorian is resistant to radiant damage.
Dorian, you can try this. It might help
Huh?
with the itching.
Oh, hey. Is this made out of brimstone? Holy hell, I love it.
Holy hell?
Holy hell, yeah. Because that's what you're putting me through.
It's a very weird
I think-
place.
Well, at any rate, if we
purgatory,
don't
ain't
look
it?
too much, they might get ahead of us.
Oh, yeah, I
here
guess
was
we're
starting
heading,
to think. Yeah, Era's starting to think y'all decided. Yeah, no, that's fine. Let's not take the boat. Let's just take the boat. I'll tell you what happened on there, Evra. Plus, I got something to give you.
To hear what you had to do to get Kazuya to do what she did.
Yeah, I'll tell you on the boat. I was gonna make sure you don't run off the deer and all that, whatever. And if she doesn't resist, it's just gonna carry her out the door and start heading towards the boat.
At half movement, Jack moves out there and you guys start making your way to the boat? Question mark?
And especially if we specifically if we manage to find them like about within 120 feet, Christopher will just politely send a message to the captain.
Well, it appears that we've negged Jack enough to come along.
You don't get a response. As you make your way to the dock, you look for the ship. It already set sail. Hey, Vol, how are you doing?
Can we see it on the
Good.
horizon?
Make a perception check. Nope. It long gone for you, Jack. Anybody else can make it if they want to. I don't care.
Arthur is too hungover to care right now.
No, that's fair.
Give me. Where are you?
Well beyond about 2,000 feet away from the shore. They've shoved off like maybe 10, 15 minutes ago. And they're already making way. Huh. I guess you were adamant about what you said, Jack. So they just left.
Yeah, I guess if we had made the decision together. Yeah.
Boy, people
Plus,
have
I
quit
mean,
changing their mind,
Dorian
right?
shaking me awake kind of put me in a bad mood. Stop sending him to wake me up, Christopher.
Oh, don't
gonna
worry,
have 'em-
boss. I'll be more than happy to be his alarm clock from now on. This is
Don't
how
be
you
surprised
create
if he
the right
goes
amount of
poof
chaos.
one day.
Don't worry, I'll be right back, Jack.
I'm gonna put Avra down. Not that the boat's away. Sorry about that, Avra.
Probably could have
Nothing,
been here
Shado. Let's say
sooner if
that
you
you and
didn't.
I explore the Southern Isles a bit more. Let's explore the island.
Hmm.
Sounds fun.
Everybody's up for that then? Or what do you want to do?
Bull starts running out the tavern.
With beef jerky in hand.
Ah!
Oh, there you are,
Where
Vo. Why did you take so long?
Already
Sorry, go ahead.
gone. Go ahead.
Sorry, Arthur, what'd you say?
Oh, I said, Icon was like, speaking of which, where are the other two at?
Other two.
Yes, the two that randomly appeared. Oh, there's Vol.
Oh.
Gadara and Chasm.
As you kind of like turn to your right, he just kind of like appears there. And then as you kind of like turn to the left, she appears there.
Please, don't sneak up on a man like that.
Sorry, sir. We're just standing by like always.
Sorry. No, I just kind of hop out everywhere. Some people say I'm quiet on my feet for some reason.
Well, looks like we missed the boat, Vo.
I mean, we were kind of being slow to the rush of it, you know?
Well, it was less about being slow and more Jack being obstinate about certain details that are a bit hypocritical, as Juno pointed out, but since we're no longer beholden to another job, I believe we can just explore the island to our heart's content.
I mean, I know that I would have a reason to look around. I want to make sure there's definitely nothing around here. I think we already confirmed that, but, you know, I'd rather it not be a thing to have more of the red plant around.
So you're gonna be scanning for that in the background, right?
Basically, that's also why Starry built her to have such high perception, like
No,
a
that's fair.
perception of 21, is to see all that.
All right. I'll keep
We
that in
can-
mind.
Look for some of the flowers if you guys want to go see the hot springs.
Hot springs.
Hot spring. Yeah, that sounds great. Hey, Avra, I'm gonna make things up to you right now, and I'm gonna take out a Kabbalistic obsidian amulet that I have infused, and I'm basically giving you a periapt of wound closure.
She smiles, and you'll see her little nub like go wild. Well, that's okay. I don't have anything to give you.
That's fine. That's fine. I mean,
She kind of
if your
looks
sword
bummed
is
a little bit.
You know, we're still learning more about each other, and that'll help you keep you safe a little bit, kind of in a way. I mean, if your sword is just a regular sword, I could make it a little stronger too. It
He
might.
presents her sword.
It'll probably take in the morning, next morning. But I'll let you know tonight, so you can hold on to that for now, and I'll maybe if we go to the hot spring, I'll tell you what I did at Cassius Temple.
Well, I still want to hear it.
Yeah, I just don't want to say it.
I don't blame you. Cole
publicly,
says
yeah.
as she saw the whole thing occur. I really don't blame you, Jack.
Yeah.
What would your fiance think?
She,
On top of
That was hot.
her eyes kind of go wide.
There are storm clouds brewing in the air.
Are they like focusing over me or?
No, just in general, like the weather around here is getting a little stormy on its own.
Okay.
But not to say it couldn't be because of you.
No.
I believe I'm going to get the hell away from Jack.
Yeah.
That
But
I should probably head to the temple just to see if she'll listen.
Do you want company?
You don't have to if you don't want to.
No, I'd like
Yeah.
to.
Don't forget the buddy system.
That's fair, and Evra can listen to what I did.
apparently,
way.
I gotta come up with a hot spring now because that was the one thing I didn't make. Damn it, Juno.
I will let you guys enjoy the hot spring. I'll focus on looking around.
Oh no, please, I'm coming along with you. I need some space.
Arthur, do you want to come along as well, or do you want to do your own shtick?
Poor Christopher.
I need supplies. I think I just remember something for this hangover.
I'll
But-
walk you to there, and then you could decide where you want to go after you shop up stuff.
Oh, I just need alchemy supplies, and that should come with everything I need.
I could do that, no problem. I'll spot you too.
No, it's fine. I have everything.
I
I have
insist.
the money.
Kind of just doing that little hand pat on your back and like, Shella,
Yeah. Whoa. What's up, Vo?
be good with Chinook. Puts Chinook on Shella's head.
Oh, so I get to go around the city and do whatever I want?
Buddy system.
Fair enough. Come on, Chinook. She starts skipping away. Boss, you think I should go with her?
Just to be on the safe side.
Hey,
before
wait,
you
shut
go,
wait, Shell, I'm coming. Yes, boss.
don't withhold information this time.
Who's behind Dorian at the moment? Anybody think that they're right behind Dorian by chance? No? Alright. He says, sure, boss. Whatever you say.
Very well then, run along.
No. And then he flies off.
Well then, shall we go?
Whatever you say, boss.
Yes. Well, that tells me I have Chinook with them. But, yeah, let's go.
Alright, so let's see here. Let's divide people into groups. Group 1, group NPC, and then Juno, where were you going with? Jack and them, or?
I honestly can't remember if Vol and Christopher were making their way towards Hot Springs or not.
That was, I don't know who's going where then, do I? I think Jack was? Hot Spring?
Well, yeah, I thought he was going to the temple.
Temple
Jack went-
first, and then it would be going to Hot Spring.
In
Okay,
other
let-
words, yeah.
So
Nobody's going to the hot springs right away.
Not right away. So you could be the one that goes there first and wait for them. But you know, if they followed you, they would know how to get there, right?
Exactly.
So it's up to you whether you tag along with somebody and show them the way or just let them find it out on their own.
I think Juno's probably going to follow Arthur because Arthur said he wanted to go there as well. So
Sure. Alright. So what we'll do is we'll take a little bitty break and maybe even catch Vol up on some stuff. And when we come back from break, if we wanted to have that nighttime walk from the previous night between Juno and Vol, like I don't know if he had anything important to say to him, we could flash back to that first before we continue. And if that's not even important, if you're just going on that walk for no reason and just chilling out, thinking out loud or whatever, then we could just bypass that and continue the story from there, and we'll pick who to go with when we come back from break. Does that sound good?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, let's do that, my friends. So stay tuned. We're gonna go ahead and take a quick little BRB. We're gonna get drinks, gonna get food, gonna get snacks, gonna stand up, stretch the legs. If you're not busy, we are playing StreamRaiders still. And also, I would like to encourage you to join us on Raid Shadow Legends, because if we get 7 more people to raid, get through the tutorial, download this on PC, or you could do it on a phone or a laptop or a tablet. If we can get 7 more people, we'll be able to get some new books next month. So if you want to get some new books like Strixhaven, then, support the stream by getting through that. All right, we'll be RB. Hi. Welcome. We're back. We're doing the thing. Hey guys, how you doing? We're back from break. And before we go any further exploring the wonderful island, we're going to flash back to that moment last night when Foal and Kronk were out on a walk. So as the pair of you kind of like explore the city at night, what do you guys want to do? What do you want to talk about? What are you looking for?
I mean, Vol's just going in for the stroll, looking at like the sights, Juno's pointing out the cool little things they have here. Kind of just being fascinated by Juno's little, well, home. And then I imagine Vol would finally ask him a question. It's like, you know, this place is pretty nice, pretty well maintained. I don't know why you kind of left in the first place, actually. In fact, how come you're follow Christopher so much?
I left the Southern Isles to find new herbs, but I found much more along the way.
That much more is Christopher, right? And his shenanigans. Or, not shenanigans, let me put in a proper word. His goals.
I like to help people, and I like to think of Arthur and Christopher and you like brothers and sisters.
You didn't have a lot, did ya? Siblings-wise or family-wise? Besides your aunts and cousins?
There was many of us. I have 3 brothers and 2 sisters, but found family can be just as strong.
And Vol kind of like have a weird look to her face, like, I'm not gonna lie, I agree with that. You see, I mean, okay. The reason why I agree with that is because, well, after all the things that happened to my family, a soldier that helped rescue me adopted me to his little home. So I kind of gained a new family, they adopted family, but new nonetheless. And it showed me great kindness. So I can definitely understand what you're getting at now. Then I'm honored to have you see me as a relative or sister of some sort.
Growing up, it was not a hard life. It was just simple. So, family that you make through hard times can be just as strong and bring more to you.
True. I could definitely say I had an opportunity to have the simple life with, well, my new family. It's why I adopted their last name. They're called Rex, you know, REK. I would have gone for it, but I just couldn't forget my other family. I couldn't do a simple life, you know? Not tied loose ends, if that makes sense.
When I was in the swamps looking for herbs, it was a very simple life. But one day I pulled a stranger out of quicksand, and I realized that helping people that way is very rewarding.
You are by far one of the kindest people I ever thought. Because a lot of people, well, that I met, besides my family, they helped not because they loved to do it or wanted to. It was more like a duty. They had to. But then again, I met a lot of people that said they had to because it's the most decent, kindest thing you could do as a person. So,
It should be everyone's duty to help those that need it.
I agree. It's one reason why I want to help fix my city. A lot of people lost their homes, family. A lot of people are angry that all of it occurred and they can't claim their land back or their, heritage. I want to give them something back, even if it's nothing more than a pile of dirt. I want them to smile and be happy.
Being able to call something home is the best way to make people happy.
It's one of the things that keeps me going, and I'm glad you understand that. But I'm not going to lie, it is also for selfish reasons. I want my home back. I really do. I want to go back to how I was able to run freely through the city with no fear. So,
I will gladly help you in whatever it takes for you to feel at home.
you already done it already, Kronk. Ever since that day, you kind of found one of my favorite flowers. You made this group with the help of Christopher, Jack with his shenanigans, Arthur with his, honestly good heart, and Shella. You made me feel like I had a third home with you guys. But I would love it if you helped me with my first.
I think Christopher would gladly help you with your home as well.
I'll ask him about it. But as far as I know, he always was. But, a young man, he wants to save that world, a whole world if he could.
He's a very good man. He is like a brother, as I said.
All I need to do, though, is put some more meat on that bones. Because he needs to be able to at least not rely on everything with magic.
Kind of like as you say that, Bo, you kind of see this orc person just kind of like carrying up a cart up the hill. And you can kind of like smell like cooked meats coming from it, but it looks like he's carrying this cart home. Kind of like passes by the two of you, pushing this thing up the hill, just kind of like grunts.
Vol, though I don't think he needs help, Vol will be like, you want to get home faster? We can help you out.
I could use some help selling some of this meat before it goes bad. You guys hungry? And he pulls out some skewers. Go ahead.
Do you have any jerky?
I got something even better than jerky. It's the meat before it turns to jerky. He pulls out like this whole skid of skewers that has like they're like pikes. What he calls them pikes. He pulls them out these here pikes, and it's basically skewers with strips of poultry, beef, and other cooked meats put on these pikes. 5 silver apiece if you're interested.
If you could see Vol's face right now, it's kind of like sparkling eyes, but open mouth, salivating, just kind of like looking at this is like the promised land in her face.
Yeah, you can lighten my load here if you would.
I think the lady would enjoy one, sir.
And wipes her face. I would love one.
No, you can't stop at one, lass. But here you go. 5 silver if you don't mind.
I
And
had
you
a
know-
cold. Oh, go ahead.
Juno was going to pay for it, but okay.
Oh no, go
Oh.
ahead and pay for it. If you want to pay for it, I'll take it.
Juno will pay for 2.
She hands you one as well, so that'll be a gold piece, yeah. You guys want any more? I'd be more than happy to pack you up a small bag of these. You just let me know. Otherwise, kind of like pulls it up and gets it ready as he's got like one wheel on the other end and just kind of like gets ready to continue there.
Maybe we'll come back to see them. Show Christopher.
We're known as meats on a pike, if you ever look for us in the bazaar. But have a good evening, you two. Nice to meet you.
Vol,
Your night.
Vol waves to him.
And he seems to like stop every so often whenever he finds other people looking at his cart. So in a way, he's kind of like unloading on the way home. But he waves back, smiles, and continues.
I think we might need to head back to the tavern. It's getting late, isn't it?
I think a shorter walk might be okay tonight.
We'll do longer ones next time.
As you turn the corner, a giant beholder pops out and starts zapping everybody with... No, I'm just kidding. Wouldn't that change the timeline? No. You do return back to the tavern, able to resume the timeline in proper order. And I guess with that, we'll start to divide up into our groups, huh? We'll save Shella for last, because, you know, that's a one-man band over there. Looks like group Arthur, Vol, Juno, and Christopher being the largest. Let's start with you 4. Where are we headed?
Probably to a shop for alchemical ingredients for, Arthur. And then after that, Arthur might go with Juno to go hot springing while Vol and Christopher just walk around.
You make it to a shop called Files and Stuff. And upon entering, you see a half-orc woman running the shop. All kinds of potions and concoctions and herbs and brews are kind of like littering into the shop. Arthur, what do you need?
Starting out, he is going to enter and just tell his 2 retainers to start looking for the tools, alchemy supplies. So
Yeah, if you just need the tools, we'll go ahead and go with the value. I think they're what, 25 in the book, or are they 50? I can't remember offhand.
I think it's like 25. I don't know. I have a book here.
Yeah, I got one too. I'm flipping. And yep, if you were going to donate to the Wounded Warrior Project, that was, well, we were going to have a stream yesterday, but due to the internet issues, we weren't able to have that stream, so my apologies, everybody. You can always donate to me, though. I can always use donations for me. Let's see here. Don't forget, like, if you want to see the New Year's Eve party, as it were, we do need to hit 100 subs, so that's another thing you can do. 50 gold pieces for alchemist supplies. Is that what you need? This lady
Yep,
just...
that is.
Yeah, this lady goes around and gathers up your supplies and everything and puts them in a small box for you to carry. Oh, apparently I named her and everything, huh? She has a long black, I could say words, cornrows, and the right side of her head is shaved with intricate tattoos that seem to kind of like bleed into it. Ah, here's your stuff, sir. Is there anything else further I can get for you?
Yes, you might be able to remind me. Euro extract, something else, and some. What all was it for? Hangover cures.
You wouldn't need this for that, I don't think. You'll need that Worcestershire sauce, that big complicated word I can't say. Along with other hot ingredients like hot sauce and such. That's more of a mixture you can make without an elixir.
As he's just gonna sit there, dumbfounded. It's like, what? Never mind. He's going to then just take that and yeah, he's gonna try looking for some other hot ingredients.
Oh, look at there, Mega. You get a free sub this month thanks to Sampo. Alright, yeah.
Gonna
I mean,
leave that joke off to the side.
yeah. But yeah, any other needs at a alchemist shop? Like, basically, I feel like base items would be included with the alchemist supplies. But like, if you were brewing something specific, you would have to know the ingredients you would need, which you could probably gather on your own.
Should one of us be concerned about your purchase of these supplies, Arthur?
Sir, I'll take that for you. Your male friend takes the box from you. He just appears out of nowhere, too.
What? Sneaking up on me.
I was here the whole time, sir.
I'll blame it on the hangover. No, it's just I remembered. At least I thought I remembered something. Oh no, never mind. I remembered well, people got stabbed in my line of work a lot before I was stabbing. So, anyways, we had an alchemist for a while, and he took it upon himself to try and teach me a pain reliever.
Perhaps some medicinal herbs would be necessary then, right?
He's gonna dig through the pouch. Would that include them?
I think you would have like well, I'll say for like 5 silver you can get like 10 doses of medicinal herbs to use to make pain relievers or try to attempt a potion of healing.
I'll buy 2 of those because I'm not going to worry about trying to convert that to silver.
Sure. Let's see here. Oh, feel free to continue though. Is there anything else you need? As I turn on all the channel point rewards.
No, that's all for Arthur.
Anybody else have a need for a potion shop or an alchemist?
Maybe me? I'm just trying to figure out. I think Vol kind of walk up because she would be interested in looking for this kind of stuff and being like, now, this might be a bit of a tall order since not many people can just make this whenever.
What are you looking for?
I'm looking for something that I was told by my old commander that might help me out to buy in bulk is elixirs of health. Basically, he said it's better than nothing. Might not work, but it might work for other things than the things I'm looking for, so If you have any of that, I might buy as much as I can. They're kind of rare, though.
They are rather rare. Don't seem to have any here, honey. But we do have regular potions of healing if you're looking for something to top you off in health.
I wish that was something that I would want to get, but it's not the kind of healing I'm looking for. Although if you do
Nah.
have potions that can make me stronger, I'll buy that. Kind of like shrugs.
Yeah, we have about 5 of these potions of healing. They all go for about 50 gold each.
Let me take a look how many potions I already have. Ha! Why not? I'll just buy all the potions of healing and then I'll give it to the people if they need it.
Fair enough, dear. Here you go.
Thank you kindly.
I'll even include the crate that came in. Little carrying crate, kind of like a toolbox in a way, with 8 slots. But 5 of them were filled with the potions.
Thank you kindly. I'll make sure to make good use of these, and if I do come back, you know what I'm looking for next time, right?
Of course. I'll keep an eye out and an ear close. If I could get the right ingredients, perhaps I could concoct it myself.
That'd be wonderful. But there's nothing else for me.
Very well, dear. Anybody else? Arthur picks the lock of one of the closed cabinets off to the side. Stealth check, Arthur.
I was just testing something.
Oh, I was gonna say you're actually doing something, right? Let's do it. You stealth into the shadows after popping the lock. Make a sleight of hand. You manage to pilfer a potion from within. As you make your way out, it's all smooth and clear. It seems to be rainbow colored when you get outside.
I feel as if I should be worried.
Oh, you should always be worried. But you got it free and clear. What are you worried about?
What I'm worried about. But anyways,
Oh, there you are, Arthur. You disappeared for a moment.
Yeah.
oh,
No,
yeah, sorry. Ow. Anyways,
Yeah, the rest of you kind of like gather back up with him. If
Well,
there's no go ahead.
oh, go ahead. No, go
I
ahead.
was just gonna progress, but if you got something else to say, go for it.
Oh, I was just gonna basically tell Arthur, it's like, I hope we got everything you needed.
oh,
And- Oh, sorry.
I should be able to. Do
Fold.
what I need to from here.
Folds basically before you walk off or do anything, she'll hand you 3 potions of healing.
Oh, thank you. Would you want me to accompany you?
You don't need to. I would say go relax, enjoy yourselves with your, 2 new people.
Funny thing is like they're never around whenever you guys are just kind of like casually looking about. But whenever you think about their presence or the fact that they might have something to say to you, it seems like they just appear at that moment. And as she kind of like points that out, the female's right next to you saying, "Is there anything I could do for you?"
You know what? I give up on trying to get you guys not to spook me.
Well, I'm just gonna look around the island looking for any plants, so just enjoy your bath, and if you want to, maybe Christopher and I will join after a bit.
Oh, I would recommend it. Stress is not a fun thing. Actually, it's quite a killer.
I'm very aware. Kind of like smacks her white part of her hair.
Let's maybe
So-
not throw around the K word around, Arthur.
Understandable.
I don't mean anything by it, Arthur. It's just how do I put this? You want to find yourself in trouble by accident, whereas Jack does it on purpose.
Meanwhile, the storm cloud seems to be gathering heavily on the eastern side of the island.
I feel like that's case in point.
Is
Yes,
Juno
you
going to
please
show you
enjoy
the way?
yourself.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's kind of the plan.
So Juno and Arthur are going to head to the springs while Vol and Christopher continue searching for plants. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, they go searching around island,
Yeah!
or at least the area.
Yeah!
Yeah. All right. So unless you have anything general that you're looking for exactly, I know the plants, but maybe I could just drop a couple of names, and if something interests you, you can tell me if you want to look at it or not, and then we move on. Let me see here. Where did I put it?
And Juno will give them Juno style directions on how to get to the spot.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah. All right. So you'll have advantage trying to find it. One of the few places after leaving vials and stuff, you do see like an armory shop that specializes in heavy weapons and armor called Pits and Spits, located close by. And then further down the road, there's the Sun-Kissed Emporium that seems to deal with lighter clothing and light armor. Tanned hides. You can see like tanned hides stretched out as the heat seems to be helping that dry out a lot faster. Blah, blah, blah. You know how that works. But yeah, other than that, just give me a basic investigation to go on top of finding anything odd in the city that you're looking for there, Vol. Like your perception check. Like you don't see it, but you being paranoid, you might want to look harder, right?
Fair enough. Looking around!
You're pretty positive that there's no trace of it within the city.
To Christopher, I think he would see Vol have like a intense sigh of relief coming out of her mouth.
Mm-hmm. At
Are
which
you
point?
quite alright, Vol?
I am wonderful, Christopher. You don't know how happy I am to see that there is none of that vile plant around.
Oh, right. Yes, I suppose that would be the appropriate reaction.
I mean, I feel like... Okay, I don't want to play scenario games because I think you can understand it pretty easily. But, like, I hate to say this, but this has been one of my long-time goals of resolving. Literally, my greatest motivation right now. Besides getting that nice bottle of wine that my mom used to drink all the time, but I'm not going to find that.
That, I suppose, is the limitation, isn't it?
Afraid so.
Oh.
Are you perhaps the only person looking for these plants?
Well, maybe actively in the sense that I'm trying to, reclaim my land. I'm the only one that still has a name there for it. My old former commander helped me a bit. My adoptive father hates me trying to figure this out and wants me to kind of forget about it, but I can't. And I know Timer military, they don't want people to know about this kind of thing, just because, well, besides it being like kind of a terrible stain in their history, it can also be a terrible weapon if you have the wrong people in their hands. So they do have people, priests, and maybe some wizards trying to look into it, but it's very volatile and dangerous. So I don't know if the interest is really there.
And even if the interest is there, it's less for the good of others and more just for gain.
Right. In fact, I have my own theory that, and you kind of see Vol's face kind of like become more stressed out, that whoever ruined my city was a major wizard. In fact, I feel like, well, let me put it this way. If I head back to that city, and let's say it's just us, we go there, and there's someone else there that's not changed or dead, but instead, like, are thriving through means of magic, I don't know, I probably would go mad and want to murder them, but that's just me. Not many people can live that unless they want to cause the world problems.
Is that the reason why you learned magic? Because you suspect that a mage was responsible for the incident?
Yes. It's so I can identify them as well, because if I don't know what magic looks like, I can't understand it. I'm not great with the magic stuff, but I know well enough to know when it's bad or good. Specifically just because, well, that's why I intensely hate people that cast dark magic or undead. I'll use an example. Your other mother, she tried to cast a horrible spell on someone that was of necrotic nature, which is why I shot her 4 times in a row immediately, even with the threat in front of me.
Yes, I do recall that scene. Just the flashback.
Your other mother.
Pow, pow, pow! So, but ultimately, if there is interest into it, I might be the only one that's been the closest to actively find things out, since I've been there in person when it first occurred. I went back and tried to go to my manor, because my father might be the one that has all the info about what happened at my estate there. But I couldn't get there because of the horrible natures of there. So if I go back now, I might be the person that might know the best way to get there.
And what if something should happen to you? I mean, Anya, if you are truly the only person actively looking for a solution to this problem to eradicate it, what should happen if something were to happen?
Well, I'm pretty simple. If I die through the means of trying, it dies with me. But if it's through other means, such as what happened to Kronk's aunt, before I would succumb, I probably would burn the whole place down and let you guys escape. You know?
Christopher.
Oh, go ahead.
Christopher bites his lip.
I've been thinking a lot recently about how limited we can be as individuals. We can never really be in all places at once to do as much of the good as we hope to do. And once something happens to us, our legacy dies with us.
Well, I don't really worry about that too much, Christopher. I hate to be really negative of this, but I'm already a dead noble, in a sense. I'm the sole survivor of this thing, and if I want to bring it back, I would have to marry someone that could bring the lineage back. But if I'm succumbing to this thing, damn my lineage, I'd rather keep the city from claiming more lives. I burn my lineage in a heartbeat if it means I could end this horrible, horrible destiny that plagues it, or whatever you call it.
It's not just plants. It's many things. I mean, and thinks on it. My own father, he tried so hard to do as much good as he could and bring the light to as many people as possible, but once he was taken from this world, all that was left is those he left behind, and well, in this case, I suppose that would just be my mother and myself, but once we're gone, what then? So, I've been thinking, what if it didn't have to be that way?
Then I would think you're a genius or a fool. But I rather think of you as a genius since you haven't done anything wrong so far.
Well, I suppose I presented it a bit differently to Dorian, and this conversation doesn't leave this room or this area. Just like I'm not sure where we're walking at this point.
I don't either. You guys tell me.
I just imagine we're at a cliff. It's like, oh, thank God you pointed that out. We almost walked off.
Yeah, thank goodness, right?
But I've been thinking that in the end, there's only so much that a single individual can do, and while the Adventurers Guild system is certainly helpful, I don't necessarily think that everyone who enters it is necessarily prepared for the life before they start. So I thought, well, what if perhaps I could help facilitate that?
You mean like becoming a teacher of some sort?
Look, no, I don't believe I precisely have the expertise to be a teacher, and that's frankly putting too much burden onto a single person, which is sort of the problem I have with, as I said, like when one person tries to do as much good as they can, it's frankly not enough. But what if I could create an environment where people could gain the knowledge and experience they needed to do all of the good that they hope to do, and sort of create a chain reaction of sorts, so that no matter what, no matter who, well, goes out in the world, there's always someone else to take up the task for them.
I mean, I think that's an exquisite idea. And I want you to know that I would support you on that if you need the help of making that reality.
Well, perhaps once all of this nonsense is said and done, well, not nonsense, but you understand my meaning.
Right.
I've been thinking that sometime in the future, once I've perhaps gained an education myself, I could maybe start up my own school. And then looks to Vol, and I would like you to be one of its professors.
I mean, how about I add on top of that, if I reclaim my city, I'll give you a spot for your school to exist in.
But that's certainly an option, yes. If that wouldn't be too much trouble, but just as well, could also very well just convert the Dawnbreaker Manor into something more palatable. But
I mean, that works.
those details could be hammered out as well. But regardless, I just believe that to put out the most good in the world is to encourage others to do the same.
Well then, I'll be honored to take that job once I, find a better spot. But this leads to my next question. That might, relate to the group that we might need to go back to talk about. Where should we go now? Because if no one has a choice, I mean, we'll just have to head back to Timor and try to figure out things on my end. I'm curious. I don't mind helping Arthur out, though. He seems to be on a hunt for someone.
Yes, Arthur does seem to have his own personal goals, and just as well, Lillian is still a threat for as long as she's about, but without any strong leads, there isn't much that can presently be done about them. I do plan on speaking with Leon and Pyra at some point, but for the time being, though, if there's even the smallest chance that more people are being exposed to what ultimately destroyed your hometown, I do believe that it might not be the worst idea to perhaps pursue the matter.
I think what we'll need to do, if you really want to pursue that, and we'll let everybody know, but here's where we need to go. We probably will need to find the current Timor military's leaders. I was high, but I wasn't high up, if you get what I mean. My commander was the highest in the time. It's a weird military dynamic. I'll explain it to you once we're there, but maybe I could just ask an old contact, even my own adoptive father, who's currently in charge, and then we talk to them and see what they know. Maybe the borders broke up for some reasons for around that city, and they don't know why.
Yes, really the only hurdle I can think of is that how would we encourage Jack to tag along? He does seem to have his own priorities with respect to what we do.
I mean, one thing I could definitely say Jack might have that would help me greatly is that he could build technology that could help us greatly. Like, I asked Smithersmoth to maybe come up with a suit. Maybe Jack and him can put their differences aside for that. Or, well, if there's a druid, we already have Kronk, but if we have another wild, force person, they might be able to help clear out Plantage of horribleness.
But it's less about what Jack is capable of and more just getting him to take the bait.
How about, have you ever met his fiancée?
Oh yes. Oriana, she's such a lovely girl.
Why don't you try to contact her and see if maybe there's something that might be able to motivate Jack to come along?
Oh, then I could perhaps go and talk to her this evening.
Give it a shot. That's my suggestion, but but let's head back. I think we walked enough that we built up a sweat for a bath.
Yes,
And
and
time
I
to
do
switch
believe
to
we've
someone
more or
else.
less exhausted the area for these plants, so I think the city is secure.
I mean, we already did walk the circle 4 times in a row. I'm surprised how well we walk around an island so quick.
I mean, if you walked around the entire island, that would have taken you days.
I'm making a joke. I'm making
And
joke.
I'm just making it obvious that it's funny that you think that. And with
But-
that, my friends, let me go ahead and skip to somebody else. You've taken up a lot of time there, my guy. My gal. But as the scene kind of transitions, we're going to go see what Jack and Avra are up to for a while here, and then we'll check back in on Arthur and Juno, who should be intruding on that scene. So, Jack, Arva, where are you heading?
We're heading first to the Temple of Kazia.
Okay, I think you
And I
can
was-
find that with no problem.
Yeah, and on the way there, I was like, it's a good thing we're going together. I mean, those other four are nice, but they tend to have long, drawn-out, boring conversations. We're just succinct and quick, you and me, I get that. So, here's the thing. Yeah, so,
Ooh,
Kobold...
butterfly.
Yeah, Kobolds...
Not with you.
had a... Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Kobolds had a curse on her, placed on Minerva, because she invoked Minerva's name a lot. I accidentally invoked her name and brought her up, and she told us to do one thing we couldn't do. And other one was come down to
What
the temple
can you
here.
do?
She wanted a certain person to join her cult, and
Oh.
that person would not budge. It's a woman named Pyra.
Oh.
She matches. I'm sure you'd like her. Yeah. Essentially, other option was come down to the temple, at her temple, and figure it out. And the priest, what's her name? The one you got yelled at you. I forget her name. Anyway, not important. She told us to cause some chaos. Do enough to appease Minerva, and she suggested one of the temples. And since the others aren't capable of chaos, I took it upon myself to be the lightning rod, if you will, to cause chaos. Yeah. And I chose Kazia's temple because it being the most mellow and peaceful and my patron goddess. So, and at this point, Jack's face goes red.
Oh,
And he,
there's nothing to be embarrassed about. She kind of pokes his cheek.
Skies
Yeah.
above are getting stormy.
I might have my chosen form of chaos was to change into just boots, a hat, and a kilt. And I wore the cloak. And I wrapped the cloak around myself because I couldn't. I needed to be surprised. I went up to the pedestal within the temple, revealed myself, and started dancing and high kicking. And I cast fly on myself and flew in the air and dancing. And I wasn't wearing any underwear. And then I poured a gallon of honey on myself. And when I landed, I said, "I'll see you again," and turned invisible and ran.
You
And
see
then-
her laugh, and then she compliments you, saying, "That sounds like one hell of a time."
Yeah, I'm embarrassed about it, but it works, and it worked a little too well because Kezia got really mad, and well, Kezia's never been mad enough to actually strike at a mortal before, and well, until yesterday.
We did kind of go in there and not create chaos, but I would say more of what's the word I'm looking for? Blasphemy
Yeah,
or debauchery.
chaos, blasphemy, debauchery. They're all the same in that sense. But yeah, Kazia struck me with lightning, and that's why I was kind of sizzled when we showed up. And
You sound
sorry
much
about...
better now.
Yeah, better now. I'm sorry for changing in front of you, but I was just... I couldn't wait.
It's okay. I've seen weirder things. Trust me.
Alright.
I mean, look at
I
me.
won't
She kind of gives herself a whirl.
look,
My
you're
kind
not...
knows chaos.
I mean, I don't know about... If you're kind of... I don't really know about your kind, but I don't think you're weird. I mean... I know druids who can turn into animals, and, like... I mean, you're a looker. You're not ugly. You're damn cute. Anyway, Temple. Before I get to, okay,
She's gonna lean in and she's gonna whisper, "Looks can be very deceiving, you know." And she kind of
yeah,
trots along.
yeah. Well, I don't look like I might be a one man, but like you said, looks can be deceiving,
Very much so.
right? So I'm gonna see if Casio will forgive me. Right, it's up to her. Let's see if we can do this real quick.
If you need help, just let me know.
I will. I'll let you know. You might want
Is
to,
that in the mood?
yeah. You might want to like stand like 5 feet away from me at least, just in case.
Before you leave, like before, whenever they go into the temple, she is going to put her hand on Jack, and she's going to cast guidance. That should do it.
Am I even allowed into the temple?
Depends. Are you going in butt naked?
No, I'm going in fully dressed.
Apparently, if you're dressed, they don't seem to pay you much mind. Though the storm clouds above seem to be thundering off and on.
Right. So I'm gonna go in there. What is there like a point in the temple that looks like it would be best to directly, or as directly as possible, to commune with Kazia?
There's an altar up close by the front of the podium. It's kind of like your basic church setup. You got pews where people are gathered to silently pray. You could choose that. Or you can go up and do a more meaningful offer a prayer by going up to the altar and taking a knee there. You could light a candle and offer a prayer there, or it's however you want to do it. The temple itself, though, there are just a few people who are just caretaking, it looks like. So you got people who are just kind of like straightening up, making sure the place is neat and tidy, and they kind of like look at the pair of you as you enter in. One of them seems to be snickering to another one.
Alright, so I'm just gonna walk past everyone. I'm gonna go up to the altar.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna kneel down, take off my hat, and I'm just gonna pray. And I'm going to also speak aloud, like with my head down. Kazia, I know you're mad, and I deserved that lightning strike. It's. I hope you understand. Minerva had cast a curse on that kobold we've been traveling with. A very bad curse. I mean, she ended up burning like half of Eltara. We needed to get rid of that curse. And the high priestesses were like, look, you gotta cause some chaos. Choose one of the temples. And let's be honest, yours is the most mellow and peaceful, so a little chaos seemed the best here, especially since you're my patron goddess. And I just chose a little dance, something I'm not comfortable with, but I had to make the attempt, and I'm very sorry. And if you can't forgive me, I understand, but I hope you can see why I did it, and I beg for your forgiveness.
Give me a persuasion check.
I'm going to Flash of Genius that to make it 20, and then I will also Guidance that. So 23.
Okay. You feel secure in your prayer. Yep.
Okay. Then before he gets up, he's going to be like, if you're still mad, please wait for my friends to be a safe distance away, and when I step out of the temple, strike me with lightning again, but please try not to kill me. if you can help it. Maybe like a weakened lightning strike, if you could, please. Thank you. Puts the
As
hat
you
back
kind of
on,
like
gets
say the
up, and he's gonna.
last part, Jack, as you're like saying the last part, it's almost like an invisible finger kind of like perks against your lip, like telling you to shut up. But there's nobody there.
And then he was actually sorry. And the last thing he says, then he just gets up and starts going.
All right.
I'm gonna step outside and like make a preemptive flinch, like awaiting that lightning bolt.
The storm clouds that were gathered above seem to dissipate a bit. It's still stormy out, but the thunder quits roaring, the lightning quits striking the skies. It's slowly clearing up on its own, it seems. Maybe your prayer had an effect, who knows?
Just a sigh of relief. Evra, where are you?
15 feet behind you.
Behind you.
Oh, good. Safe distance. Right, okay. I think it worked. Everything seems good.
Go look up at the clouds.
Yeah, slowly breaking away. You can see some sunlight beaming down. So what's next?
Weird. Okay, so hot springs. I mean, I'll need to buy some stuff later, but I think we deserve a nice hot spring relaxation. I'll pay you for it.
Since I stepped hoof in a hot spring.
All right. So, how do you find the hot spring?
Hey! Just yell at the nearest person. How do we get to the hot spring?
Persuasion with disadvantage. Because who wants to answer somebody that just screams at random? Everybody kind of like runs away from you.
Alright,
you can flash it all you want. They're leaving.
Also, why do you smell like burnt honey?
Yeah, no shit, right? I guess that's the reason why you're looking for the hot spring, huh?
Yeah.
I tell you what. Also, you can either give me a survival or an investigation. And you can
better.
All right. After probing people more calmly this time, you decide to lower your voice and ask nicely. No, I don't know. Then again, this is Jack we're talking about, right? In your best efforts, you finally get some people who bark back at you the directions of where to go.
He holds a gun to their head until they squeal.
Exactly, right? Like, that's basically what it is, right? Like, here I am. I'm thinking if it's anybody else, it's like you go around and ask people the right way, right? But this is Jack we're talking about. So, yeah. You put a gun to some old grandma's head. She tells you how to get there. And then she didn't even realize you were sticking her up because she's blind. She just thought you were trying to get something out of her hair. Oh, that lad was real nice getting that skunk away from me. But, yeah, after a few moments of holding up an old lady, you find your way to the hot springs. At which time, I would assume, since Kronk or Juno knows the way directly, Arthur and Juno would be right there at the entrance as you guys finally make your way there.
I see you had a good conversation.
Us together or me and just points up for the sky.
Juno will just nod.
Yeah. Good conversation. Very good. Ready to relax. Now that I don't have to worry about more lightning strikes.
As you guys approach what Judo knows as the hot spring, some of you are taken aback because there's no housing for it. There's no direct entrance. Like, there's nobody to be paid to enter. There's just like this little castaway location where people can just mosey in at their own leisure. There's like a changing room or two where you guys can change, and there's some places to put your stuff. But it's pretty much an open hot spring that people can walk into, take their baths, and then leave. It's more of a natural location than somebody taking advantage of making something.
This seems a lot more comfortable than, I guess, I'm maybe not used to? I don't know.
The further end has a softer floor to it.
Turns out this is actually the Turtle's hot spring. It's just that everybody kind of like makes their way over here anyway.
Well, I'm ready to get changed and sink in. I'm gonna find a spot to get changed.
And
Click,
you
clop,
can,
clop, clop.
yeah, clock. You all managed to find like a changing location, a place to put your belongings, and a couple of pools of warm water that are hot for the springs to dip yourselves into and relax in the open air. Early morning still, too. Anything you guys want to talk about, or do we want to find out what Shella's day's been like?
So I
Arthur?
think
I'll go ahead.
I think it's good that we didn't take that boat ride because we could take care of some things, and I was able to appease Kezia a bit. Because wouldn't want a boat ride with her still ticked off at me. Because I mean, lightning strikes on a boat, not good.
Hackjack01 donated $5.
so,
Gives 5
yeah.
Cromer. Now you're a big shot.
And I need to buy some stuff too. So good decision.
Need to
That
buy.
we missed. Yep.
Thank you,
Oh,
Sample, for the $5 donation.
I need to buy more rope and a shield.
Mm.
And maybe some potions. Or maybe I
I
could
need
buy
to
you
find-
lunch.
What? What?
What?
Lunch? Hungry?
Later.
Oh.
You
She
did
looks
kinda-
down.
Yeah, you kind of did miss breakfast, didn't you?
There is
We'll have lunch.
a lovely pike trolley in town.
Oh. I don't know what that is, but it sounds delicious.
He has meats on a pike that are very tasty.
Well, that ass was tasty last night.
Damn that ass.
Why am I company with you again? As Arthur just kind of slinks down into the water chest deep, begins to relax, and apparently a bit too relaxed turns into Elizabeth.
Oh no.
Because it could have been worse. You could have been with me. But no, if you guys got anything else you want to do.
Well, I haven't been with you guys long, but I'd like to get to know you more. She points. She waves at the turtle and the now female. I guess.
I just like to help people.
Well, I'm the same. Helping is quite nice.
My life is far more complicated. That's the word we'll use. Yeah.
Would you say chaotic? She kind of takes an interest.
Do you hear the calling?
Not quite. Mostly just sad. Desperate, violent.
Oh.
There's all of a sudden a soft mist that kind of like covers the top layer of the water. As Juno kind of like puts some frostbite on top of that hot water.
Barbara's gonna dip herself into the water more and then come up, kind of like wetting her head and stuff.
Hey. But, yeah, unless, like, I'm just checking, is Chris involved planning to go to the spring as well, or no?
That's where we were planning on meeting up with them after the fact.
Oh, yeah. That's just kind of like where I was slating. I was making sure. So, as you guys have further conversation, I guess at which point, Bull and Christopher can make their way there. Find this open
Good.
air.
You've all made it okay.
Say that again.
Oh, Christopher was just saying to the group as they arrive. It's like,
Oh, good. It seems that you are all okay.
The water's fantastic.
The buddy system worked well today.
I suppose it's a good thing it was implemented, wasn't it?
Shella is
Yep.
still out with the familiars.
Although one
Yeah.
of us is missing.
It's not important. They're not important. It's fine. It's whatever.
But Jack, she's my teacher.
No, she's not.
We should at least check in.
Christopher
As-
rolls his eyes and connects with Dorian.
Just like, Dorian,
Yeah,
can I
I'll
get a status?
but oh, hey boss, how's it going? Yeah. Well, hold on a second. Shella's buying me a pouch. I mean, I already got this one pouch, but she said she wants to get me something. No. Yeah, okay, with that works fine. And you kind of like, if you were to envision through his eyes or whatever, like invade his present.
He would be curious to see what the hell's going on.
Shella is trying to buy this leather clothing for Dorian, and she's trying to paint teeth, and then she's like, "Oh, wait, I have code too," and she's kind of like correcting herself, and yeah, Dorian's coming back with like a leather tunic that barely fit, or it looks like it'll fit him, but it looks like it was made for a smaller creature, like maybe a fairy or something.
Is he like wearing a mini skirt now? Is that
I
what's
don't
happening now?
I don't think this is my style, Shella, but if you say it'll help protect the bottom portion of my body, because that's where Jack's gonna strike first, right? Oh yes, Jack is very quick on the draw. Okay, next shop, let's go, boys. And they kind of like start walking out to the street. Oh, boss, we're just shopping. It's nothing too serious. Shella seems to be doing fine, and I'm just kind of like watching out, making sure nothing hits her. The weather's kind of cleared up, though. That's great.
Yeah, how about that? Well, frankly, feel free to tell Shella I'm very proud of her. She's learned so much since we've met her.
Hey, Shella. What's up? Boss says thumbs up. You did good. Of course I did good. Now let's go get some of those pikes. All right, boss, we're gonna go get something to eat. Talk to you later.
Yeah, he'll disconnect.
So, well, for those of you who were actually worried, Shella, Dorian, and Chinook are just fine. They're just clothes shopping.
All right, now we can do it, Shella. He hung up.
I'm glad she's having fun.
Arthur just smiles.
I'm waiting for the other half of the city to start burning. When it does, wake me up. And Everett, you deserve a better chaotic teacher, because Chill is not good. I mean, I blasphemed.
She does seem to call me pet. What does pet mean?
Well,
She's
that's a
gonna look
concept.
at you.
I'm gonna just start whispering it like she's treating you like an animal, like pet, like you like a kind, like how you ever have like a I don't know, see people with their dogs on a leash, or their animals like that, birds in cages, you know.
Well, I kind of am half animal, you know.
Yeah,
She
but you're not.
smiles playfully.
Yeah, I mean, that fiance of mine is like a druid, and she turns full animal, but she's not like my pet.
Very much like to meet her.
That can be arranged one day. I'm sure she'd love you.
She
But
kind of
yeah.
thrashes her horns in excitement.
Alright, well, it might not be anytime soon, but maybe in a month, or even a little less. Who knows? It depends on how quickly we can get things moving, and what we do next, and all that.
Would you like to hear Shella's purchases?
Sure. Let's get it.
All right. So after buying that leather outfit for Dorian for shits and giggles and probably a cover, she purchased a meats on the pikes, similar to what you guys had last night. She bought a leather collar, a leather leash, chew toys, bell, litter box, and a saddle, and a saddlebag. Are you sure this is enough, Dorian? I feel like we need to buy more stuff. I mean, if you want, we can go ahead and get that that thing that's tied to the stick with the little, I don't know if that'll work, but if you want to give it a shot, I guess you can. Ooh, yes, we'll take one of these too. Like gets one of those little fluff things at the end of a stick, just like a cat would chase after. And then eventually I guess Dorian like connects with you. Hey boss, where you at? We're ready to come back.
Oh, we're still passing time at the hot springs.
All right, give me directions. Well, I'll tell her where to go.
So, very well, then I suppose I can only give the directions that Juno gave me. And then he proceeds to give Juno directions.
Onward and upward, Shella, and yeah! As he rides Chinook right above Shella's head. And after about, 5-10 minutes, you can see this kobold with a lot of bags and garments and stuff that she has purchased and everything, and she kind of like sets it down. Well, I'm back.
You've certainly garnered a lot of purchases.
Oh, I was just enjoying the city. Hey, Avra, I bought you a lot of fun stuff. What do you think of this? She pulls out the wand with the little fluff at the end.
She looks at Jack. What is that?
She thinks like it's a toy for like animals.
Is it a wand?
Pets. No.
Yes, how'd you guess? She hands it to you. She doesn't even know how it works.
She kind of slings it around.
She starts batting at it. Shella's the one batting at it. Dorian's like, it worked better than I thought. I got entertainment for weeks. I love it. Oh, wait. I got you something else. Comes back with the leash and a collar.
Okay, Sheila. All right. At that point, Jack is gonna get up. He's actually gonna get out of the hot spring. Yeah, gonna get up. I'm just gonna grab Sheila by the back of her robe and just start dragging her away.
Where are we, Jack? You should really get dressed before walking out like that. Where are we going?
No, we're gonna talk over here. We're gonna talk over here for a second.
Yeah.
She's gonna try to go ahead.
She's gonna point at Christopher and she's gonna be like, is that okay?
Honestly, I believe this boils down to consent. How do you feel about it?
She's gonna get up and clop over behind Jack and Shella.
Honestly, Jack, I don't know why you're pulling me away. I got a couple more
Okay.
gifts for her.
Listen, she's not like a pet. Like, she's a person. Yeah, she's like half deer and it's cute, but she's not like a pet, alright?
Well,
No,
I just
we
bought her items that I thought would be interesting for her.
How about you, like, buy her, I don't know, like, flower crown, or maybe cute little outfits.
Oh,
Or
I didn't
maybe...
show you that. Oh, it's in my bag over there.
No, hold on. Tell me what it is first.
What is?
Oh,
Oh,
God.
Kind of appears
I
up
bought you
behind
big. I bought you a big old blanket,
Jack.
and then I also bought you a saddlebag too.
That's awesome.
See, she
Okay.
likes it. Here, and she hands you the leash and collar.
Okay, well, the blanket's fine, but the saddlebag... Evra, she wants to put it on you so she can ride you like a horse.
She clips the collar on, and then she gives the lace to Jack. Here.
What?
Jack just kind of hesitantly grabs it. It's like,
Oh, so that's how that works.
yeah, we can't do this. Okay, you look bad, but
What? She's enjoying it. She didn't even say she didn't like it.
She clops around Jack, wrapping the leash around him.
Ah. Shella tries to wiggle out while you're restrained.
yeah, he's gonna try to hold, still holding onto the leash.
Yeah. So give me athletics to keep the grip as she uses acrobatics to try to get out.
Ah, fuck.
Yoink. Oh, much better. See, Jack, she is enjoying it. Hold on, I'll be right back with the rest of it.
Okay, so I think it is safe to say, maybe not out in public, or maybe if you want to wear the leash and collar, fine, but it's not in public, because it's people might get confused or uncomfortable. Alright? I mean, if you really want me to hold your... I can't believe I'm saying this. If you really want me to hold your leash, I'll do that. Maybe...
Two
in a
naked bodies
tavern.
close to the front part of the pool, just standing there with a leash tied around Jack, as this happy-go-lucky deer with her new collar and leash just kind of like wraps him up. Meanwhile, Shella's coming back with a blanket for at least her to cover up if she needs to. Here, put this on.
What's up? This
Yeah, there
is
you go.
warm.
And then I got this here. She shows you a saddlebag to put on your back. It's almost like you could wear it for a belt if you wanted to, but you would have a saddle hanging on your back, I guess, and stirrups drooping down. But yeah, that might have been too much of a purchase. She kind of like looks at you for a moment. You know what? The more I think about it, you need more padding. I should have probably got that pillow too. Dorian, we should have got that pillow. Ah, yes, the pillow. The one that says I love strippers, right? Yeah, that would have worked.
Look, she already has plenty of... And you want... No. Okay, I'm gonna... Damn it. I'd asked you to unwind me, but you also look comfortable, so I'm just gonna try to... Just hold the leash. And Jack just starts spinning in the opposite direction, just to try to unwind himself.
I mean, unless she forces you to not unwind, I think it's possible. Without a check.
No, he can do it.
Alright, so she let you go.
Alright. Okay.
Hey, Jack, how strong are you?
Decently strong. Why?
You see her kind of lay down on the ground, and then put her arm up. Care to show? She kind of presents her arm.
Arm wrestle.
Okay. I'm just gonna like grab her arm and just kind of heave her over my shoulder.
Do you resist?
I'm resisting.
Yeah,
I
make
wanna
that
flex.
athletics. Like, still competing athletics, apparently.
I'm gonna flash a genius that. Make it a 14.
Oh, damn.
I will
Oh,
buy
shit.
this fawn
Oh.
advantage.
Of course
Yeah,
you would.
I mean, yeah, the channel
I
points are
must.
back on.
It needs to happen.
I mean, you're gonna waste your drinking money on Avra? What the fuck? All right, Avra, you got
Worth it.
advantage. Go for it. 15 to
That
15,
is
is that?
That's 15 to 14. Comfortable. That or you got a fat ass. I don't know.
She giggles. Maybe another time we try the other arm. This is my weak arm, by the way. She kind of points to her left.
That's good.
Wouldn't you like to come back to the water?
Yeah, hold on a second. I gotta ask my new pet if she wants to get back to the.
What
She
are you
shoots
for?
up and then she goes like she straight up like bolts to the water. Cannonball!
No, wait, take the blanket off. Ah, shit.
She dropped the blanket, by the way.
Oh, thank God.
That's
Don't
very
tip me,
useful.
Jack.
She didn't have to take off her pants. Oh wait, she didn't have pants.
Is there anything you wish to accomplish before we close out tonight? Like maybe going somewhere that you want to go?
Probably should think about this.
But I wanted to do. Should we see what everybody else wants to jump into?
Is my main concern. I want to check to see if that the bank or trade house would manage to sell any of that gold any of those gold bars we brought in. And if so, we'd be able to collect, and then when able to visit Jillian's Cove, can make payment for the.
Else?
As I said this morning, I need to head back to Jillian's Cove. I need to talk to somebody. Actually, maybe two.
Water gets extra cold around you, Arthur. Feel a
It's
presence.
gonna kind of.
Your stream died.
Yep, it sure did. I knew it was about to because I kept having to refresh my webpage. All right, hold on. Let me see if it comes back.
Here.
I mean, I'm showing I'm uploading.
a
Looks like
backup.
you're back.
Oh
Yeah.
wow. Kazuya's
Yeah.
pet is really fucking.
Oh yeah, Sampo fed him.
But I was just
Sample.
gonna say. Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say Sample fed donations and Kazuya's pet. And if you're trying to get another draw from the deck of many things. All right, continue.
But I was just gonna say Vol will give Arthur a weird look when he says that, but then kind of just like go like, well, does anyone else have business in Jillian Cove? Maybe that might determine where we go next, and then after that we go somewhere else.
Well, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world to check in on the persons that we teleported there not a week ago.
I know
Oh,
what you're
did we
doing.
teleport them to Jillian's Cove, or was it Shandora?
We
Half
sent
and
a
half.
we sent a portion of them to Jillian Cove, and then the rest to Shandora, which we came with them.
Alright, well, if we go to Jillian's Cove, we're gonna make sure we as a group have at least 10,000 gold on us, because I mean, I got 5,000, so if anyone could pony up to the other 5,000, so, I don't die.
Vol
Considering-
looks at her bag of goldine.
If need be, Jack, I will cover you.
I can cover you, Jack, as well.
Thank you. Oh, by the way, Avra, I'm a wanted man in Jillian's Cove, so do not try to collect that. Also, I'll be wearing a disguise, or I have in my smithing tools a free use of disguise self, because that's a new thing I can do. So, just don't be surprised when there's a new guy hanging up in your group and then it suddenly starts talking like me at times.
Please, look like the blonde guy you were before.
Why do you like that guy? Is he hot to you?
Yes.
I thought he looked all right.
Whatever. You'll get to see what the blonde guy looks like soon.
Well, she's blunt to a point. Also, that should go doubly for me. Although, it's been more of a brain twister. You'll learn soon enough.
Well, if you need any help from Arthur, I'll help you out as much as I can. Or, well, actually, hold on. When I said Arthur, it's like female form. It's like Elizabeth.
Oh, wait, perhaps I've missed a detail. Why precisely do you need to pay 5,000 gold to not die?
No, I need to pay 10,000 gold on each visit to Jillian Cove to the Quintessa, so that they themselves do not come after the bounty on my head, because it was either pay 10,000 on each visit until I pay a total of 100,000, or they just kill me and collect the money.
You do that so bad.
I pissed off the Tazrith enough where the pirate company put a huge bounty on my head.
He also wasn't trying to hide his face at all and reveled in the fact that he has a bounty poster on himself, so he kept trying to get himself more noticeable.
Yeah, well, I mean, I thought,
Seems pretty stupid to me.
Rookie mistakes.
Yeah, well, huge bounty tends to let people know extremely dangerous, so a smart person would be like, I ain't dealing with that, and then, avoid said person.
Christopher uses the message cantrip to Vol. You see, this is what I mean about starting that school. Avoiding this sort of thing.
Ivra is gonna look at Jack and she's gonna smile and she's gonna say, "You just have loads of fun, don't you?"
My life is nothing but chaos.
Maybe that's why that lady popped out of nowhere. But anyway, go on, Juno.
For one large diamond, we could just let them kill you and they can have their money.
We've had this conversation, didn't
Yeah,
we?
I think so.
I mean, the other solution, Jack, is that, and this might sound really weird, because I know you really like that lady in the Quintessa, but how about you don't visit them and just pretend to be not Jack?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'd prefer that, but we're all going there, aren't we?
I ain't headed to the casino. I'm headed to where Arthur's going.
Okay, well, gotta keep an eye on Avra, and unless you and Juno want to keep an eye on her and make sure she doesn't get in too much chaotic trouble. I mean, I trust you,
I
Ava,
don't
but-
understand. Why do we have to keep an eye on her? She's an individual. She's like a human. I don't know why you think we have to treat her like an animal.
Full gives this weird look to Shell and being like, never mind. Shell, you're too smart.
I'm just giving her items to use. I don't know what it's for. Don't said she would adore it.
Jack just kind of grabs the leash. Is like, are you forgetting about this? And I give it a gentle tug to try to tug Avra over to me.
She grabs the leash and then she tugs it back to her.
Yeah.
Athletics check.
I was just gonna say though, or Bull's just gonna look at it and be like, "Oh my god!"
Why is this suddenly reminding me of one of Lillian's novels?
Yep, Jack, you get pulled all the way close to her.
Oh,
She has
hey!
control.
Why does this just remind me of my former life?
Why does this remind me of Gretchen, but with every poor orc man she found?
Oh, what? So I should be wearing the collar instead?
You know
Maybe.
what? I don't know. There's like a specific collar I've seen in Parenthia that would be a lot worse than this. Ain't that right, boss?
Yes, you
Boss?
don't want to wear that particular collar.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I thought your cheeks are super flush. What's
I,
wrong,
I,
boss?
I assume that Nicole has not moved her arm.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, Bull's got...
Oh, sorry, I lost track of time. I really do apologize.
Reveal?
Damn, really, I don't know how I was able to do that so far. We kept moving around. How did I not notice?
Interesting.
But yes,
And
Jack, I'll keep an eye on her.
And to think you're gonna make her a professor, but I think that was outside of Dorian's knowledge.
Yeah, that's
Anyway.
outside of Dorian's knowledge.
Yeah. All right. I will let you continue your shenanigans, but just for me planning the future encounter for next week, we're thinking about heading back to Jillian Cove then? Or
That
what did
sounds like
we...
a plan.
Yeah, what did we center on exactly? And
I
it
think
doesn't
that's
have to
going
be
back
just...
to Jillian, right?
Yeah, so it doesn't have to just be Jillian, because if I'm not mistaken, you got a couple of teleports between you and Shella.
I mean, maybe this might help finish it off. Maybe we'll just go like, we'll keep an eye on her, but this will lead to my last question then, Jack. After Jillian Cove, looking at everybody else, where do we go after that?
I'm kind of just following Ryu at this moment, you know.
Well, then perhaps this might be the best time to bring up that issue we discussed earlier, Vol.
Right. Well, if you're able to, after Jillian Cove, maybe a quick stop at Shandora because you like your gold. We can head to Timor and then make our way to, well, one of my old homes, and then my real old home. But ultimately we need to talk to my old commander, get the scoop from him, and then we could do what we could plan around that.
I think while we're in Shandora, should also try to get an idea. I know that Arthur Elizabeth's person of interest was eliminated, and that monk person, that martial artistry servant person, I don't what the hell his name was. The other one might be around and try to get information on that if possible. Or we can scry or something, I don't know. And then, yeah, take care of Time War stuff. Hopefully there's not a bounty on me there.
You really want to be known all over the world, don't you?
Listen, we're just gonna spread about what I did to piss off Kezia. Eventually. It's only a matter of time.
Would not want to pick up a bounty in Timor.
Yeah, no. Jack, definitely not.
Don't ask,
Good.
because I know.
Okay, good. Good.
They aren't nice.
They're a lot more brutal for bounties. Did you know that you literally sign your rights away and you're treated as an animal over there once you have a bounty? When you're labeled as an outlaw?
Elizabeth just nods.
Yep. So, Jack, as freely as you are here in Jillian Cove, Timor, well, you wouldn't be able to walk with us.
Well, it's a good thing I can just make myself look like anyone I want to.
Some bounty hunters get very creative.
Very creative.
I think I was able to subservient capture on multiple occasions because, well, then she just smiles.
You're a ball of info, aren't you, sweetheart? Looking at Elizabeth. Kind of like giving a weird look.
Oh, I got around. And then she's just gonna look full dead in the eyes. Mouth, you say this to anybody. I don't know what I'll do, but it won't be nice.
Mum's the words.
Who's mom?
Yours.
Oh no, she's no longer with us.
Exactly. If mum's the word.
Why would you bring my mom into this? Oh, by the way, Eva, one last gift. And Shella holds up this string necklace of teeth that she was making and offers you a necklace. Here you go.
She smiles and she lowers herself that way Shella can put it around her neck.
She does so. This here is filled with all my favorite teeth. This is a very expensive necklace. Don't lose it.
It's gonna stay right here, and she pets her chest.
Good girl. She pets you on the head.
She smiles and goes back to being beside Jack.
All right. So as you all prune, is there anything else you want to do before we close out?
Good.
As the pruning continues, my friends, and you all kind of soak into this warm spring and get clean and get relaxed, the afternoon hour starts to come upon you, and destination in hand, we will probably come back to that next week. And if you're ready to teleport, you can do that right at the beginning. And then if there's anything I need to pay attention to for Vol, you can let me know throughout the week, and we can get that figured out. But I think you're just kind of like following along with them, right?
Right.
Okay, here's your beef jerky.
Nom.
All right, so with that, my friends, we're going to go ahead and end the session there. But we are going to be back actually Friday. We're going to take this Wednesday off because our DM, Lexi, has finished the campaign. Yay! And Wednesday, I will be announcing how many slots I have available. Because I offer it first to my mods, my community DMs, and then the people who were on Wednesday to begin with. So all those people get first dibs, and if I have any spots left, I will make an announcement on the Discord. So if you want to be eligible to join us for a Wednesday game where we're going to play through the Feywild, !help, join the Discord. And we also have a Friday game that we're going to come back to at about 3:30 for prep. 4:30, I'm sorry, I forgot time up. 4:30 for prep, 6 o'clock for start time. So if you already have a character made, you only have to be here at 6 p.m. on Fridays. And that's an open roleplay. You can jump in, jump out if you have time. If you don't, you got to go. You can leave. It's all fun and games. We're getting close to a reset, but we have some exciting plans ready for when we do. So you might have heard some hinting towards what they might be already. Who knows? So join us for Friday. Help us get through the Dragon Arc, and we'll have a grand old time. Next update. Last week, Sunday, we were supposed to have a game, or yesterday, I should say. We were supposed to have a game at 12 p.m. Unfortunately, my internet went down, and it kind of went spacey there for a minute there. I think that's Twitch's fault. But the charity event ended on Sunday, so we weren't able to continue that on to the next week. But we do have another charity event coming in. But join us for the sub-only RP on Sundays at 12 p.m. Central Time. We should be back in full swing next week. T-Mobile not having any more downtimes permitted. The St. Jude donate or charity stream will be happening on the 10th, 11th, and 12th. We'll post those times for you guys soon enough and let you know when we're starting. I think they're starting around 2 p.m. if I'm not mistaken, Central. And we'll have 3 one-shots that you can sign up for if you're a part of our Discord community, !help, join the Discord, blah, blah, blah. If you're on Facebook, join us over at Twitch, twitch.tv/ChaoticCalling. And if you're in our Discord community, you could sign up for that and be able to join us for those one-shots. DMs do get to select the people who register, and that way they have like the people that they want there that they're comfortable with. So if you don't get picked, I'm sorry, we don't know you that well. So if you want to get known, get in our community, start talking things up, join us for Friday, be a part of the group, be a part of the group, and you can get in there. That's 10th, 11th, 12th in December. Open roleplay and Sunday open roleplay will be normal schedule, but we will be using the donations for channel points instead. Okay, what's left? Raid Shadow Legends. If you haven't done so yet, by all means, please help us out. Like, if you haven't downloaded this game on your computer, or you got a phone that you haven't put it on yet, like, just !raid in Twitch chat, copy the link, get onto a URL, download the game, get through the tutorial. Once you're done with that, you can decide, do I keep it? Do I join the guild? Can I join the clan ChaoticCalling, look it up on a search, or do I just delete it? You can do that. But you do help us out. If you manage to join Raid Shadow Legends, get through the tutorial. Once we get 20 raiders involved, we get a boon, and Raid Shadow Legends will make it to where we can purchase our books for next month. So we're looking forward to Strixhaven, and maybe even a future purchases, but it will also provide me with a hard copy so I can read that outside of Roll20. What else is left? I think that's it, right? Am I missing anything, Lexi? What do you think?
Good.
Raid Shadow Legends. Oh, we gave away the recon to Red Jack, who won the other giveaway. But I'll get back in touch with him. He'll let me know if he wants it or not. And if he does, I will send that information. If he doesn't, I'll re-roll and let that person know that they can have it instead. And Drinking Go, if you want to join us for New Year's Eve, once we reach 100 subs before December 27th, we'll have a drinking stream once again. So if you want to see that fun, if you want to be a part of it, I'll be drinking in the new year. We'll have an extra hour of gameplay on that Friday, and once New Year Eve hits, that's it. We can call it quits then. All right, my friends, I think that's it. I've wasted your time and mine. Say goodnight to Twitch and Facebook.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
No.
No. All right, and with that, my friends, we're gonna go find somebody to raid. Stay tuned, and don't forget to raid Shadow Legends. Blah 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 blah. Good night. Do you hear the calling? Let the people know who we raid. Probably gonna be Syl, but we'll see who's live.
Opens and stays open for you and your friends.
Yay! Does Starwind's name get cleared? At least they stopped calling him Baba Yaga?
They do. You get the sense they didn't really talk about him much anyway.
Okay.
But, yeah. He's looked on slightly more favorably.
I guess I'd take you to a couple years in the future. What? 6, 7 years? Something like that.
Okay,
Sounds
so
about right.
before you do that, I'm going to skip ahead to about 4 or 5.
Okay.
Bo
No!
passes away
Fuck!
due to natural causes. He's just old.
You just had to have that.
He's just old. And it's very sad, and you mourn.
Mhm.
And then about 8 months later,